welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show in which it pays to be economical with the truth. On Lee Mack's team tonight, a 7 times world snooker champion. I'd play a bit more myself, but at my local club, there's always a massive queue. It's Stephen Hendry.
Get used to that.
And a comedian who originally trained in acting, but I guess unlike her fellow graduate, she just couldn't find any work as a barista. It's Maisie Adam. And on David Mitchell's team tonight, a TV presenter who was discovered during a modelling talent search. Well, weren't we all? It's Laura Whitmore. And a comedian who used to work in a call centre, so if he doesn't make you laugh, at least he can help with your PPI. It's Chris McCausland. We begin with round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Chris, you are first up.
OK, well, I'm still blind. Neither of my PPIs work. David, would you save us all a lot of time and read my card out for me, please?
Gladly. During lockdown, I bought a pogo stick to use as a home school teaching aid.
All right, Lee's team.
OK, so, Chris, have you got children?
Just the one.
And this was for, what, your homeschooling PE or something?
Yes. When we did homeschooling, we split up the tasks. I was in charge of PE and maths, and my wife was in charge of reading and art for obvious reasons.
And what age is your child?
During lockdown, she was 6.
And do you do anything else for PE or just pogo stick?
I'm quite a lazy guy, Lee, so I realised that when you're on a pogo stick and you're bouncing away, what you're trying to do is see how many you can do.
How many repetitions without touching the ground?
Yeah, and maths
You have
is
to
also...
touch the ground, Lee, to be fair. Otherwise it's levitating, which we still haven't mastered.
I appreciate you said it for comic effect, Rob, but you know exactly what I meant.
Well, what I tried to do is I realised that how many is also what you do often in maths. And I could consolidate all of my teaching efforts into one tidy little package of minimal effort. So I invented pogo maths.
OK.
And you just shout out some sums and they have to bounce out the answers.
But are they experienced in pogo sticking? Because it's quite hard.
Well, I mean, it does help if you can use a pogo stick first, so you have to get over that hurdle, but that's, you know...
You have to get over a hurdle as well.
I appreciate you said that for comic effect.
Thank you, Rob.
We have a pogo stick.
Yeah, well, it's Chris's card. Make him do it.
I don't think the BBC's got enough money to cover the insurance on this.
Don't worry, I've got this covered, Chris. Like the card, let David do it for you.
There is a pogo stick behind you, I believe.
Oh, my gosh.
There it is. Don't do it there, and make sure you're 2 metres away from me.
Right.
Down you go. Now, Chris.
Hang on, let me have a practice go first.
He's not doing
This is
it,
going
Chris.
really well, Chris. Dead easy.
Are you ready?
Yes.
What is 8 minus 5?
OK. The problem I've got now is if I bounce and fall off after, say, 2, you don't know if I'm bad at pogo or bad at maths. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Well, this is good because you've got to get them all right if you want to do dinner tonight.
Shall we just see how many I can do?
Yeah, let's see how many you can do.
I'll try and jump up onto that. How about that? Don't do it! Don't do it!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I've got no idea what's going on.
So, having experienced it,
Yes.
do you think he's telling the truth?
What do we think?
I didn't know they still did pogo sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Imagine how hard you could hit the ball with a spring-mounted snooker cue. I mean,
That's a good point.
yeah.
So what are you thinking about this story?
The more I think about it, the more I think it wouldn't work because the white ball's going to spin back.
No. We're talking now about the maths and the pogo.
Right.
Do you reckon it's true?
I think it's true that Chris is lazy.
I'm not really blind, it just gets me out of doing things.
Listen, tell me about it, mate. I do it all the time myself. How do you think I parked so close to Sainsbury's?
I think he's lying.
You think he's lying?
I think he's lying as
you
well,
think he's
yeah.
lying? We'll go with my team and say he's lying.
OK, saying it's a lie. So, Chris, maths on the pogo stick. Was it true or was it a lie?
Pogo maths, copyright, Chris McCausland, 2020. True.
Yes, it's true. Chris did use a pogo stick to teach his daughter maths. Stephen, you're next.
Before every World Championship final, I used to give a motivational team talk to my snooker cue, or as I called him, Sir Potts-a-lot.
David's team.
That's true. I just hope it's true.
Could you give us a flavour of the motivational talk you'd give Sir Potts-a-lot?
I used to put him in the sort of the corner of the dressing room.
Stephen, I don't want to interrupt your flow, but if you are going to...
Oh, God, he's not looking for drugs again, is he?
This, and it's not just any cue, this is a cue signed by one of the greatest snooker players of all time, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Now, why don't you recreate the motivational talk?
You're in the dressing room, ready to go out, you've done your practice, and it's just, come on, it's me and you today. You and I get to the table, we're just going to pot every ball, we're going to clear up and win the frame. Come on, Sir Potts-a-lot.
I've been motivated.
Stephen, I'm buying into this, but if you were playing and it wasn't going that well and you came in for the break, would you give it a stern talking to?
I would sometimes come in and say, what are you doing? You know, because it's not, because it obviously it's nothing to do with me.
It'd be great if the cue went, what am I doing? What are you doing?
When did you first acquire Sir Potts-a-lot?
14.
You were 14 years old?
Yep, and it got actually broken later on in my career. I'd come back from Thailand.
Yes.
We couldn't take the cues on board after 9/11.
Yes.
So we had to put them in the luggage.
That's the problem with 9/11. The queues got a lot worse, didn't they?
Chris, are you a snooker fan? You seem to know the lingo.
I haven't always been blind, so I used to watch it and I played it as well until my eyesight got worse. So I had to reduce myself down to a pool table and then, you know, and then drafts. I do believe it's true because I think it's the kind of thing that successful sportsmen do. They have these little quirks and it's what makes them amazing. And Stephen was amazing.
Thank you.
Now, Laura.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think it's true because when you speak about Sir Potts-a-lot, your eyes light up and you're so enthusiastic and excited. So for that alone, I just feel like no one else could get that excited about a stick. So I think it's true. Well,
I must admit, I'm pretty lost without my stick. I'll give it a talking to. Now, we need to get to the bank today. Are you feeling up to your game?
have you given your stick a name, though?
Sir Finds a lot.
David, what about you?
When did you name your cue Sir Potts-a-lot?
It was a name, actually, my granny gave it to, so...
I have to say, if this is a lie, I'm going to totally re-evaluate you as a human being. I can believe that, firstly, in high-pressure sporting situations, there's going to be a certain amount of superstition. You want to do the same thing again and again and again. That's why I never wear trousers for this show. In a way, there's a clash, isn't there, between the triviality of Sir Potts-a-lot and the seriousness of the pep talk, and yet the story about the grandmother giving the name. Oh, yes, that makes sense of it, doesn't it? Yes. Of course. There will be something lovable in that very triviality because of the family link. So it's either true or it is a diabolical lie.
David's been under a lot of pressure recently.
I'm going to take a risk on true. If only one more time, I'm going to believe.
You're going to dare to dream.
Yeah.
All right. Stephen Hendry, were you telling us the truth about Sir Potts-a-lot or were you telling us a lie?
It was a diabolical lie.
There it goes. There it goes, the last glimmer of faith in humanity. Flushed down the toilet.
Yes, it's a lie. Stephen didn't give motivational team talks to his snooker cue. Maisie, you're next.
Once, while trying to impress a date, I landed flat on my back in a flower bed.
David's team.
What were you doing to try and be impressive?
It was actually leaving the date.
Oh.
I accidentally left from a great height.
When you said that, I thought like being on your back was what you were doing to impress them. Like
No, I'm
getting
not
on
that
your
kind
back.
of girl, Laura.
Okay.
Everything isn't Love Island.
I'm confused as to where I am.
Laura, you say you're confused about where you are. Just look to your left. You know you're not on Love Island.
Now, tell me, Maisie, where did this happen?
This was in New Zealand.
New Zealand?
Yeah, I got to know a guy out there, and he asked if I wanted to go back and see his record collection. Behave. We got talking about music, and we went back to his house to listen to records. But he tried to play guitar along to the record.
He sounds like an awful human being.
So I decided I'm gonna head off.
Was
now.
that the difference between fancying him and not? The fact that
When
he
he
got the
played guitar
out?
along to the record?
You would not like to go around to his house.
So I called a taxi and sat on. I was perched on the window with the window open, and I thought, it's arrived, it's outside, and I went, thanks very much, see you later. And because I thought we were on the ground floor, I thought I'd just swing my legs over the window and run across the lawn.
Which floor were you on, Maisie?
So if the
The
windows...
18th floor.
You forgot the 19 minutes going up in a lift. No, see, one floor up.
What? One floor, but
Yeah.
I just forgot that. We've
You'd
been
climbed
chatting
the
for a
steps in a
while.
state of high arousal and therefore forgotten about them. Is that right?
You should write erotica.
Who's to say I don't? I have many names online.
50 shirts of grey. That's what you're
So I got a text saying your Uber's outside. I said, see you later then, and sort of twirled round, and at that moment I clocked out it was not on the ground floor.
You tell an entire story.
Or she made up a whole story.
What happens once you leave the window ledge and you're in the air?
I just remember landing on the small of my back because I was so winded I couldn't speak, and he appeared out of the window and was like, oh, blimey, why'd you jump out the window?
Now again in a New Zealand accent.
And so then I had to commando crawl across the garden with him watching from above.
Was he still playing the guitar?
And what was the taxi driver doing? He must have seen this.
He didn't do anything. He just wound down the window and was like, just so you know, the meter's running.
All right, David's team, what are you thinking?
The mechanics of the situation doesn't add up for me, so lie.
Laura?
I just don't know why you didn't land on your face. I don't get why you landed on your back. And that's the reason why I think it's a lie.
You see, I think it's true.
Do you?
Interesting.
But if my teammates say it's a lie, we'll go lie.
Maisie, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
That was true.
Well done.
It's true. Maisie did land in a flower bed trying to impress a date. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. It's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Neil. So, Laura, what is Neil to you?
This is Neil, and he's the health and safety officer who I mistakenly pushed in the pool at the Love Island rap party.
Right, Laura's wet workmate. Chris, how do you know Neil?
This is Neil, and I was once forced to stay at his house because I'd handed my own keys in to a lost property office.
Chris's sleepover saviour. And finally, David, tell us about your relationship with Neil.
David, look at him. You have never met that man in your life.
On the contrary, this is Neil, and I once sat on his shoulders to get a better look at a fat chaffinch.
So, there we have it. Lee, where do you want to start?
Laura,
Yes,
when was this?
back in February, Cape Town.
Why is there a health and safety guy, particularly on Love Island? Was he giving out condoms?
Believe me, you need health and safety on Love Island.
OK.
But I actually had never met Neil before, I thought he was someone else.
Who did you think he was?
I thought he was Cliff.
Who's Cliff?
Cliff was my driver.
Oh, you deliberately pushed Cliff?
Yeah.
But it's not Cliff, it's
No.
Neil.
Yeah, well, Cliff is a big guy and he's got tattoos.
Oh?
And he was wearing all black because everyone was wearing, like, black T-shirts and stuff if they were a crew.
Yes.
And over the course of 6 weeks, we're pranking each other. As you do. So, like, one day he gave me, like...
Chlamydia?
That's a hell of a prank.
Silly things like put chili in your coffee and stuff.
Oh,
Do you know
This
what I
is
mean?
your driver, Cliff.
Yeah, but, like, he becomes your pal because when you're over there, you don't know many people.
So you see who you think is Cliff.
But Cliff is a tall guy with tattoos.
Yeah, and you think, I want to see Cliff.
And he was at the very edge. He was talking to one of the girls. So I
Yes.
thought it'd be quite funny to...
So how does Neil react?
Well, he was quite wet, so I didn't really see him. I just saw when I turned around, on the other side of the pool, I saw Cliff.
Oh.
Did he take it well, or was he... I mean, he looks like he's still in a bit of a mood with you.
I don't remember there being laughing.
So it was a bit tense.
It was a bit tense, yeah.
And this is the first time you've seen him since?
I wrote him an email. I can't even remember what it said, but it was very brief. And it's actually quite awkward now.
How much of Love Island have you watched, David? I mean, is it... So sorry, what?
I haven't seen that much of it. But
No,
that's
how much of it have you
It's an
seen?
embarrassing question to answer in the context of one of the programme makers, isn't it, Rob? And I think on some level you know that.
All right, well, that's Laura. Who would you like to quiz next?
OK, Chris. Sorry, could you remind us again, Chris?
This is Neil, and I was once forced to stay at his house because I'd handed my own keys into a lost property office.
Whereabouts is the house?
I live in the leafy royal borough of Kingston upon Thames.
OK.
So which lost property office did you hand the keys to?
The Roundhouse music venue in London.
So where did you find these keys?
Well, they were my keys.
So they're in your pocket?
Yes. We'd been to the concert.
Who were you seeing? Who were you watching?
The late, great Chris Cornell, who's sadly no longer with us.
Ah, yes. Are you familiar with his work, David?
Nope.
Do you know his work with Savage Garden?
Now you've said some
Savage
other
Garden?
words in an order.
What are they called?
Soundgarden.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with his work?
That is just brilliant. It's like watching two people on Last of the Summer Wine debating grime.
Chris,
So-
who had you gone to the gig with?
So I went to the gig with Neil. Neil's a friend of mine
How do you know Neil?
from childhood.
Oh, so is he from Liverpool as well?
Yeah.
Does he live in Kingston?
Yes.
So coincidentally, two friends from Liverpool grew up together, now live near each other, miles away in Kingston.
Well, I wouldn't say coincidentally. I mean, we moved to the same place as each other.
OK. So talk us through the key mix-up incident.
So I pulled out a tissue out of my pocket and I heard a set of keys land on the floor. And I thought, oh, hello, someone's dropped some keys there. I picked the keys up
Yeah?
and I didn't recognise them as my own keys.
Why, what do your keys have on them? Like a...
Well, what
fob
had
or
happened is
something?
I'd put a new keyring on them earlier that day and I just didn't recognise them
The
instantly.
new key. What was the new key ring?
It was a heavy-duty Harley Davidson.
A whole-size bike.
So I held them up in the air
Yeah.
and shouted, has anybody lost any keys? And nobody answered.
How come you didn't check yourself first and
Because
go...
I didn't recognise them as my keys.
But did you not think to check your pockets to see if you had your keys on you?
Well, would you check your pockets for your keys if you found keys that you didn't think were yours?
But I would have thought the first thing to do is have a feel to see if your keys are in your pocket.
If you owned a red phone and you found a blue phone on the floor, would you check your pocket to see if you still had your red phone?
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
So nobody claimed ownership of them, and so I asked Neil, can you go and hand these in at the lost property because somebody's dropped them?
Yeah.
Right.
And then I went home.
Right.
So I get dropped off, and then I'm having a rummage, and I'm like, I don't know where my keys are. I've lost my keys. That's a bit funny, isn't it? On the same day that I found somebody else. I see what's happened here. And then I had to phone Neil and ask him to come back and get me.
What colour was the phone? It's a lovely image, isn't it? Those two up north in Liverpool going, one day I'm gonna move away to London. And the other one going, can I come? Of course you can, Neil. You can look after the keys and I'll buy us a lovely big house.
All right. What about David?
You sat on his shoulders.
Yeah, remind us of this claim.
Yes, I once sat on his shoulders to get a better view of a fat chaffinch.
Is there a breed called the fat chaffinch?
No, this was a rotund example of
right.
the common or garden chaffinch.
What did you have to
It was sort
look
of
over?
up in a tree, and Neil was keen for me to get a good look at it.
Why?
Because I'd expressed an interest in birds. He said there was a lovely, you know, interesting, quite fat chaffinch in this tree. And I sort of went, oh, yes, I can. But Neil felt I could get a better look at it, and he was right. I didn't get a perfect view. I had a sort of sense of a bit of wingtip coming over the side of the... I can see it now.
Neil is literally stood there going, thank God I don't really know this man.
I sort of climbed up, there was a bit of a gate there.
Right.
And I climbed up a bit.
Can I just interrupt you a second, David? Let's just get to the nub of the issue. How the hell do you know him?
Because I was staying with my family in a holiday cottage in Cornwall, let's say. Yes, Cornwall. And he lived in a nearby cottage. And one morning, it was a lovely...
One morning he said, hello, young David, who I've never met before. Have you ever seen a chaffinch?
Yeah.
How old were you?
It was last year, so I was...
Last year, you got on his shoulders. I just assumed it was from your childhood.
I mean, no. This is current me. What I am asking you to believe is that Neil is strong enough to bear the weight of me for a few brief moments while I enjoy the miracle of nature.
But why is he there?
Well, he lives near there, and he happened to be there.
Just happened to be in the garden?
I don't know.
Was it
he
in the
happened
garden?
to be there. For all I know, he'd been waiting there all night. Right. I assumed we'd just encountered each other.
Is this in the back garden?
No, a little gravelly area
At the
outside
front?
both cottages.
Yeah.
Casual chat.
Yeah.
Lovely to be here.
Yeah.
And he says there's an interesting fat chaffinch.
Let's not forget, you said you were on gravel, so if this went wrong, it would... As somebody who has fallen from a height, gravel's not what you want a flower bed.
I wasn't in a position to ask for the ground to be relayed.
How did you get on? I don't mean, we went out for tea and coffee. How did you get on his shoulders?
Up the gate.
Oh, you said you got on the gate, stepped on his shoulder. How long were you up there for?
No more than an hour.
An hour?
For the bird watchers, paint a picture of the chaffinch.
It's sort of pinky front.
Pinky front.
A browny back.
Browny back.
And, you know, beak and eyes.
So evocative.
Back to you in the Springwood studio.
All right, we need an answer. So, is Neil Laura's wet workmate, Chris's sleepover saviour, or David's bird-watching buddy?
I have to say, first impressions are that Neil and Chris look about the same age. But the bit that I'm doubting is he heard the keys drop and he's just taken something out of his pocket.
I mean, if you drop keys, you know you've dropped keys, surely.
There were literally thousands of people coming out of this building creating noise and mayhem.
There's a lot of Savage
There's a
Garden
lot of
fans.
stuff going on.
Go, what do you think?
I think Laura's telling the truth.
You think Laura's telling the truth? Yeah. Why?
The tension was there.
You think there's a tension?
Yeah, there was an awkwardness.
OK, I'll go with my team and say Laura.
You think it's Laura? Neil, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Neil, and Chris had to stay at mine after handing his little keys into lost property.
Yes, Neil is Chris's sleepover saviour. Thank you very much, Neil. Which brings us to our final round, quickfire lies, and we start with... It's Lee.
For the last 6 months, I've been secretly liaising with David's wife behind his back.
I mean, I'm interested to know what that means.
What was the reason?
To make communication with her We've been emailing backwards and forwards.
Look at David's face. He looks genuinely concerned.
Why did you email her? Email her is very, like, formal.
She wouldn't answer my calls.
Remember that period you were parked outside for a few days?
This is Victoria Corin Mitchell, just in case people
Is it?
don't know.
I've been emailing the wrong person. I've got to go.
So why have you been
Yes.
communicating
Well,
with her?
I asked her a question. And
What was the question that you asked?
the question I asked her...
Was, interestingly, her answer.
Her actual answer was, oh, come on, give me a chance.
OK.
The question was, it was a series of numbers with a question mark.
Is this a quiz question?
Yes,
Right. So you've sent her a quiz question.
let's say that.
So all this is, everyone, and there's no need to think about anything else.
Yes.
It's just a question for the sequences round of Only Connect.
Let's go with that.
Did she ask you for a question, or did you just
I
give it
slightly
to her?
forced myself
Yeah,
into the
it
situation
does
by
sound like
texting her, but we...
Wait, texted her or emailed her?
There was a bit of everything. We
I thought it was
we
email.
even met up face to face. It was a very awkward laugh, David. We had a little secret conversation at your house.
Where was David at the time?
He was upstairs playing Trivial Pursuits with my wife. Well, that's what she called it. And I said, can you do me a favour? Can you not tell David what's going on? And she said, OK, absolutely, no problems at all. And I said, and also, don't tell him about this question thing either. I could use it for Would I Lie to You?
Right.
Yes.
So what do you think?
I feel like, David, you should probably answer this more than either of us, because you know Victoria quite well, I hope.
Well, I thought I did. People do pitch questions for Only Connect
Yeah.
quite a bit. I think we're going to say true.
You're saying
Yeah.
true. Well, Lee, truth or lie?
It is true.
It's true. Lee really has been secretly liaising with Victoria. Well, that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that Lee's team have 2 points and David's team have 3 points. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night. Welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show with unvarnished truths and highly polished lies. On Lee Mack's team tonight, one of Wales's most popular entertainers has the pleasure of introducing this man. It's comedian Rod Gilbert. And a newsreader who says she would love to host a fun, intelligent entertainment show. That makes 2 of us. It's Victoria Derbyshire. And on David Mitchell's team tonight, an award-winning comedian who started out as a researcher on this show. And now she's a guest, she's finally allowed to make eye contact with me. It's Rosie Jones. And a comedian who once visited the Norfolk B Roads for a holiday Sorry, I've misread that. It was the Norfolk Broads. It's Jamali Maddox. That was good. Yeah? We begin with round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Rod is first up tonight.
I once had to share flip-flops with a friend after losing one of mine on a hike.
Is that it?
Just wondering whether I lost a flip-flop or a friend.
David's team.
How did that work? What was the system?
Where were you?
We were in Thailand. Going to a full moon party, Dave.
That's not hiking then, is it? Like, you don't hike to a full moon party. I've been to the full moon party. There was no hiking involved.
Yeah. You probably got the bus there, did you?
I did get the bus there. That's a good point.
That's why.
What's a full moon party? Everyone else seems to know.
Well, let's start with the party first. Do you know what that is?
Yes, it's a group of individuals of the same political persuasion, and in totalitarian circumstances, it can become dominant.
There's a certain island in Thailand where every month they have a full moon. The full moon is out and there's a big party on the beach. So we thought we'll go to that. We'll have a bit of that. Me and my friend.
Yeah.
We thought we'd go round the headland. It's only about an hour, they said, to walk around the headland. But we set off in flip-flops. Bad idea.
What time of day?
Oh, midday, probably.
Midday? Yeah. But it's a full moon party.
Yeah. You've got to get there early, David.
You're planning to get there at lunchtime and then just wait for dusk.
We thought we'd have a bit of lunch. We'll make a day of it.
Rod, jump to the moment now where you have to share the flip-flops.
Right, so two of us, two flip-flops each. 4 flip-flops, 2 people. That went on really well for about an hour until I lost a flip-flop.
How?
Leapt across a rock, waves crashing below, hot, jaggedy rocks, and flip-flop fell in the water. Gone. 3 flip-flops, 2 people. Carried on like that for an hour. My friend going on a few metres in 2 flip-flops, then throwing a flip-flop back to me. I put his flip-flop on with my other flip-flop, and I caught him up. That went on for quite a while, that system.
I'm not clear on that system.
Here it is. This is me, this is him.
Yeah.
He goes forward in his 2 flip-flops.
Yes.
Throws a flip-flop back to me.
Yeah.
I put his flip-flop on, and I catch him up.
This is the exact chat they have in the Welsh football dressing room.
System went on well for a while.
Yeah.
Until he throws the flip-flop. I fumble the catch and lose the next flip-flop. Now we're 2 flip-flops, 2 people. So he goes on a few metres in his 2 flip-flops. I wait in bare feet. He throws both flip-flops back to me, and then I catch him up. That goes on quite well for about an hour. Until you never guess what happens. He throws the flip-flop back to me. I fumble it, down it goes. Now we're on 1 flip-flop, 2 people. And then you'll never guess what happened next. A Dutch bloke came round with 2 shoes on. We then tell him the system that's been going on. He said, well, we won't continue with that. We'll all take 1 shoe each. And we hopped.
Did you make it to the party?
We made it to the beach where the party was.
Yes.
And then we thought, we don't fancy it now.
No.
How did you get back?
Bus. We took the bus that Jamali had took.
The bus.
But what they did was one person got on the bus, the other one walked ahead. Then the bus overtook them and he got off the bus and he got on.
Yeah.
What do you think, Rosie? What do you think? Does it strike you as true?
Well, the whole story, Rod comes across as an idiot. So, yeah, true.
What do you think?
I think it's lies.
Why?
Because this Dutch guy just came from nowhere.
Yeah.
And
No, he came from Holland.
Maybe that's why it's a lie, because if it was a real Dutch guy, he would be wearing clogs.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
What's it going to be, David?
Do I think it's true?
Ask yourself that.
Yes, I do.
Rod, was it true or was it a lie?
It was true.
It's true. Rod did share flip-flops with his friend. Rosie, you're next.
Oh! Exciting.
I wish everyone was as excited about being on the show as Rosie.
Last month, I got a tattoo of Lee Mack. Yes, I will come mention it on the show.
Where is the tattoo?
It's just at my shoulder.
Was it your first tattoo?
No, it's my second.
What's the first one?
She's got Rob and David on each boot.
So when you went into the tattoo parlour and said, please can I have a tattoo of Lee Mack, what was the reaction from the tattooist?
She just laughed.
Did she know who Lee was?
Yeah.
Sorry, Victoria, did you just ask that?
But why Lee? I mean, look at David.
Exactly.
Can I ask how much it cost?
300 quid.
300 quid? Is that all?
Yeah.
300 quid for my face? I'd have happily put some ink on my face and run into your back for that price.
Are you going to turn it into something else?
No,
later?
she's happy with Lee Mack, thank you very much.
No.
Oh, so you are keeping the Lee Mack tattoo?
Yeah.
You're not lasering it off?
Look, I really like it.
Listen, it's very nice of you to say, but you did open up by saying I only did it because I had something to say on the show. But thank you, that's nice. I like you, but I'm not committing it to ink. I haven't got any tattoos on my body. David, from the neck down, is covered in them.
Yeah. Mainly former prime ministers, though.
So what are you thinking, Victoria?
I don't think she'd want a tattoo of Lee Mack. I don't think anyone... I mean... I don't think anyone would go that far.
I disagree. The bit I know about Rosie, I'm not saying she would do me, but I can imagine her just doing it for a laugh. Unusual choice, I
think
admit.
that's it. That's the bottom line, isn't it? I've got one of just literally a raw potato that I don't think is as weird as having one of you. In fact, I was offered you in the tattoo shop and I said, no, I'll have a potato.
What do we think, truth or lie?
Obviously, I want it to be true.
Can't believe your ego is letting you even think about this for a second.
You know, I'm a good-looking lad and... I don't know.
Lee, it's not true, mate.
I think it might be. OK, it's obviously a lie, but I wish it was true. But do you know what, Rosie? Thanks for even thinking of it.
You're going to say it's a lie?
Yeah.
OK, Rosie, was it a lie or was it, in fact, true?
Oh, my God.
It is actually...
It's going to be true.
Yes, thank goodness it's a lie. Rosie didn't get a tattoo of Lee Mack.
Not a bad idea, though.
Oh, it's the worst idea in the world. Why would I do that?
I am sat here. Well, do you know what, Rosie? Do you know what I do when I leave this studio? I get your face removed from my back.
Right, Jamali, you're next.
I once broke Bob Marley's toilet.
These two.
Wow.
When was this?
This was in the 90s, because must have been about 8.
When did Bob Marley pass away?
Bob Marley passed away in the 80s, but I mean, I just broke his toilet. I didn't.
Oh, yeah, I'm not accusing you of anything.
Yeah.
Where is Bob Marley's toilet?
In Jamaica.
So is his house like a museum now?
Yeah.
You can go around and look around like Graceland.
Yeah, you can,
Well, you
have a
can
little
go
look
around the museum and you can use the toilet.
Well, see, that's the... OK, so this is his private toilet.
So it's not for use by...
No, I wasn't meant to be in there.
Right.
I need to go to the toilet badly, and the other toilet was real far away, and I'm drinking like a big bottle of water the whole way.
Yeah.
And I'm being really annoying to the tour guide.
Deliberately?
No, just because I was this annoying kid, innit? So, like...
Thank God you grew out of that.
Yeah. So as I'm talking and talking, my mum's telling me to shut up, and the tour guide's like, no, he's the future, let him speak. And I kept asking questions, and then by the end
What
of it,
kind
he
of
was
questions were you asking?
I was just like, what's that? Who's that? Where's Bob? You know what I mean?
Are you sure you weren't playing Guess Who?
Yeah. By the end of it, he was like, this kid needs to shut up.
Right.
And then I was like, I need to go to the toilet badly, And I've rushed in, and it's sort of been slippery on the floor. And I was like a real fat kid as well. And I've just gone in, I've hit the toilet, and it's sort of just come off.
What, the Lucy?
Yeah, not the Lucy, the actual toilet free.
The pedestal.
Yeah, the actual pedestal.
porcelain bit?
Yeah,
The
the
actual
porcelain.
porcelain
Yeah, it's like shifted round.
Wow.
And as I've tried to get up and I'm slipping and I'm panicking, I've pushed it more and I've broke Bob Marley's toilet.
When he opened the door and you were there in a pool on the floor with a broken toilet, did he still think you were the future?
No, he was so mad. Really? Like, I've never seen a Rasta man not be that chill.
So you're lying on the floor. What did you do next? Did you get up, stand up?
Hey, that was good.
I'm quoting a Bob Marley song for comic effect.
Has anyone been to Jamaica?
What's that going to do with it?
Well, because I want to know if there's a Bob Marley house that you can walk around.
Oh, probably.
Oh, well, that'll do then. Thanks for the evidence.
I think it's true, you know.
What do you think, Victoria?
True.
True.
Yeah, I've gone against myself.
OK, I'll say it's true.
You're going to say it's true? OK. Jamali, truth or lie?
It is true.
It's true, Jamali really did break Bob Marley's toilet. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. It's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please, welcome this week's special guest, Pam. So, Victoria, what is Pam to you?
This is Pam. She once returned my missing cat, only for my actual cat to turn up 2 days later.
Right, Victoria's pet pal. Rod, how do you know Pam?
This is Pam. I once had to say sorry to her for throwing my welly at her owls.
Rod's owl owner. And finally, Lee, what is your relationship with Pam?
This is Pam. She once walked into her hotel room to find me in her bath.
So there we have it. David's team, where to begin?
So, Victoria, so you had lost your cat.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And what did the cat look like?
Black.
Just black all over.
Correct.
And how long had the cat been missing?
Maybe 2 or 3 days.
Right. And had you done anything about the cat being missing? Yeah.
We'd put flyers up on bus stops, lampposts, newsagent's window.
Yeah. Name of the cat?
Romeo.
Romeo. And so...
Did you put underneath wherefore art thou?
No, but I should have done.
Except, of course, that means why are you?
Yes,
Not
good
where.
point, David. I realised he didn't realise that.
No.
Yeah, I love working with you, David.
Yeah.
Such fun.
If it's any consolation, Lee, and I know it will be, I welled up with self-loathing even as I said it. But I couldn't not say it.
Well,
So,
that's fair enough.
This is one of the many things I'm dealing with.
OK. Well, can you hurry up and get it sorted out?
That's what my therapist says at every session. So soon after the, as it were, the flyering campaign, Pam turned up.
Yep.
And did you know Pam before?
Vaguely.
How did you know her?
Because she's the landlady of my local pub.
Right. Which
And she says vaguely. You mean very well, Victoria.
So when she brought the fake Romeo back, did you know it wasn't your cat?
No, I thought it was Romeo. We were completely happy to have him back. He looked a bit thinner.
A bit more black and whitey.
A bit more doggy.
But then when the real Romeo came back...
So there was meowing at the back door 2 days-ish after that, and opened the back door, and there was Romeo. So then I thought, oh, my God, I've got to go back to Pam.
Yeah.
To say, whose is this cat? Because he's not mine.
Yeah.
So we decided that we should take it to the Battersea Cats and Dogs Home, which we did.
Do people go to Battersea Cats Home and go, we've lost our cat?
Yeah, you ring up.
It's not a good sister. You ring up and you go, my cat's gone missing. What does it look like? It's black. I'll go and have a look. Yeah, we found it.
Do you know if the original owner was ever reunited with fake Romeo?
I do, because I rang about 7 days later to find out what had happened, and fake Romeo had been reunited with his owner.
That's a lovely end to the story.
Was Pam the real owner? Was it that like the twist in the story?
Who would you like to quiz next?
Rod.
Just remind us, Rod, of your statement, please.
This is Pam, and I once had to say sorry to her for throwing my welly at her owls.
Rod,
Yeah.
were you sharing your welly with your friend?
Well, yes. I was in a way, because I say my welly, it was my welly for the duration of the welly throwing.
Yeah. Nice.
Why was Pam's owl attending the welly throwing contest?
The welly throwing contest...
Yes.
...was at a little fete, a festival, it was at a wedding. It was a wedding. And the wedding people decided to have, like, a fete, a festival, a little carnival to entertain people in the day before the wedding.
Yeah, but why is that part of the festival? Just a woman was standing with owls.
I mean, it's a good question. Pamela Owls were at the wedding.
Are you saying Pamela Owls or Pam and her owls?
There's Pam and her owls. There's welly throwing, there's food stalls, there's coconut shies, there's other things going on.
OK, so it's at the Pam and her owls section. What's the activity? Just a good old look at an owl.
There's a little gazebo, and then there's owls on, like, podiums that you can go up and read about, and you can ask Pam about her owl.
So these aren't models of owls, these are live owls.
Oh, they're live owls.
Did you say, are they live? The idea of someone coming along with owls sounds very dull. But for Pam and her owls, and they're just little cement owls, would be... Right, thanks, Pam. I'm just going to go to the food store.
Pam's got a show with her dead owls. Pam and her dead owls to the wedding.
Do the owls do anything? Or do they just sit there?
They just sit there.
They sit there and observe the people reading about them.
Pam assured me they were alive.
But if they were in the gazebo, when you threw the welly, how did it hit the owl?
Shall I show you what happened?
Yes, please do.
Right. There's two techniques with welly throwing. You've got the basic swing, like that. Or, you'll know this, Rob, you've got the hammer.
Of course, yes.
Right? I swung like that, left go a little bit too late.
Oh.
On an angle. Here's Pam and her owls, 2 owls on plinths.
Yeah.
I leave go with the welly. It goes straight into their gazebo. This is how I knew they were alive. It went straight through the middle of them, and the two of them went like that.
So the owls weren't hit or hurt?
Thankfully.
But they might have cricked their necks.
Because I don't think Pam would be standing like that if I'd killed them.
All right, now then, what about Lee? Just remind us.
This is Pam. She once walked into a hotel room to find me in her bath.
So why were you in her bath?
Because I was in the wrong room.
How did you end up in the wrong room?
I ended up in the wrong room because I locked myself out.
So you thought you'd just pick anyone?
No, I went down to reception and told them this. I said, I've locked myself out. And they said, oh, what?
So just go in Pam's room.
They said, don't worry, she's at a wedding with her owls. You'll be all right for an hour. They said, what room are you in? Gave them the room number. Didn't realise I'd got the room number wrong.
Yeah, but you've gone in the room.
Correct.
Haven't you noticed that your suitcase is not there?
No, because
and you just went straight in the bathroom like a nutter.
No.
You just went
I checked into the hotel a few hours earlier. I was very late for a show I was doing. I put my suitcase just next to the bed and ran straight to the show.
You go in the room, you go immediately into the bathroom. You haven't gone into the main bit of the room in a way which would be, there's no doubt, more normal.
Have you ever needed the toilet desperately?
But you went to the bath, not the toilet.
Hey, I'm from up north. I can double up.
So you're naked, you're in the bath.
Yeah.
Pam walks in.
Yeah.
What happened?
I got my headphones on. I'm chilling out to a bit of whatever. And then I think I hear a click, if I'm going to be honest. At the time, I'm thinking...
And it's Pam cocking a gun.
Anyway, I'm lying there, and she comes in.
Right. This must have been a very upsetting moment for both of you, but particularly for her.
No,
How did she react?
Particularly for me.
No, sir, not for you. For you, the company was a plus.
No.
For her, how did she react?
No. As far as I'm concerned, I'm in my own bath. Who's going to be the most upset at that point?
Were you exposed in the bath?
Oh, no, I put bubble bath in, because even I can't stand the sight of it.
So what happened then?
She stepped out. At this point, she's on the phone now, to reception, saying, there's a man in my bath. So I went round the corner to have it out with Pam. I see female clothes strewn everywhere, and I don't like being in the wrong, so I just went, well, somebody's very untidy. and I left. She wasn't happy until I turned at the last moment. I said, just as the door was closing, I just put my foot in like that and wedged it away. Would you like to come on Would I Lie to You?
All right. We need an answer. So, David's team, is Pam Victoria's pet pal, Rod's owl owner, or Lee's bemused bather?
I think Victoria, because Pam looks like a pub owner. She looks like she could handle the tap.
Yeah.
She could that night.
What do you think?
I think it's Victoria.
Also, I don't believe a single word Lee or Rod says.
Yeah, but that would be a good reason to go for Victoria. Yeah.
You don't believe the bit about me even having a bath?
No, look at you.
I'm going Victoria.
You still think Victoria?
I do.
I'm very worried about this. I think it might be Rod, but we're going to go for Victoria.
You're going to say it's Victoria?
Yeah.
OK. Pam, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Pam, and Rod threw a Wellington boot at my house.
Pam is Rod's owl owner. Thank you very much, Pam. Which brings us to our final round, quickfire lies, and we start with... It's Victoria.
I once came to blows with someone over the correct way to pronounce the word scone.
You mean scone?
Scone.
OK. David?
I think you've got to the root of the issue
Yes,
there.
yes.
You came to blows, did you say? What happened?
Jane at school asked us all how we pronounced the word scone.
How old were you?
I was 14.
14?
And why was you debating scones?
Was this not an issue at your school, Jamali?
No, I think we grew up differently.
So define come to blows.
I pushed Helen Webster against the lockers.
What about Jane? What about Jane?
Jane had said, how do you pronounce scone?
Yeah.
And I said, scone.
And then bloomin' Helen Webster.
And then Helen said, oh, if you pronounce it like that, you're a snob.
Or a snob.
Or a snob. So how do you pronounce it, David?
I would pronounce it scone, and I think the reason I pronounce it scone is because I'm a snob.
I think scone sounds less snobbish. There's something about scone.
No, I think scone is quite... Like, I'm having a scone.
I'm having a scone.
I'm having a scone, innit?
Scone is common as Mack. What do you say?
I say whopper.
I think eating scones is kind of snobby in itself.
Yeah, I'm not saying I ever ate them.
Honestly, this is the first time I've ever even heard of a scone.
Are you joking me?
No, I was saying it for comical effect. I haven't.
Oh,
I have seen a scone. And they're very nice with a bit of cream and jam.
So what do you think? Is she telling the truth about this?
It is an area where, you know, that pronunciation is linked to people's views on class.
I find the way you pronounce class quite posh.
Yeah. Well, I am famously exceptionally posh. I mean, I'm like the poshest person on earth. That's my whole shtick. I eat nothing but pheasant.
And when he says pheasant, he means a peasant.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yet you say scone, like us.
Yeah, because I hate to tell you, that is the posher way of saying it.
You say it's the posher way. I'd say 99.9% of people say scone, like me.
No, they don't.
Oh, yes, they do.
Fight.
Give us a cheer if you say scone. Give us a cheer if you don't know how to pronounce it properly. So there you go. I might have slightly prompted the witness.
Skewed that survey.
Slightly.
So, what do you think? Is she telling the truth?
Well, what do you think?
How masterful of you.
Thank you. Masterful.
He's just... I want to push him against a locker. I want to say locker, I mean bed and nails.
When you say bed and nails, you mean bed.
Do you think it's true?
So I really like Victoria, but I think deep down within her there is a thug. I'm saying true.
Jamali,
what do you think?
Do you know what? Like, in my mind, I don't think people at private school fight like that.
Like, that seems like something that happened in my school, like push up against the locker. I expect more of like a glove slap and a duel. But I'm going to say it's true. I think Victoria would be raging over scones.
What's it going to be, David?
I think we think it's true.
OK, Victoria, it was a harrowing tale. Is it true or is it a lie?
It is true.
It's true. Victoria did come to blows over how to pronounce scone. Oh, that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that Lee's team has won by 3 points to 2. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night. Welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show with tall tales and tantalising truths. On Lee Mack's team tonight, an actor and TV presenter who once went to dance school, where she graduated with a tutu. It's Caroline Quentin. And one of the country's finest performance poets. Roses are red, violets are blue. Welcome to the show. How do you do, John Cooper Clarke? And on David Mitchell's team tonight, a comedian who used to work in IT and once appeared on EastEnders. In fact, he built their website, www.cotton. It's Chris McCausland. And a comedian who was a finalist on Celebrity MasterChef, so she should know a thing or two about porky pies and half-baked truths. It's Judy Love. And so to round one, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They have no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Chris is first up tonight.
Well, as people know, I'm blind, so please be my eyes, Davy boy.
OK. I once had to call 999 for a woman who couldn't speak English. Unfortunately, I couldn't see what the emergency was, and she couldn't describe it.
How long ago was this?
This is going back quite some time, Caroline.
Yeah.
Let's say 20 years.
Were you with her, or was this a stranger?
No, this was a stranger. I mean, she literally didn't speak any English.
What noises was she making that led you to believe she needed help?
I was walking along, minding my own business, when from out of a house, a woman came screaming and grabbed me, and she dragged me through the house into the back room of the house, and in the room, there was a massive hole.
To be honest with you, Chris, this just sounds like a Tinder date, to be real.
I could see a little bit back then, just to give you some context. So my eyesight has deteriorated. So there was a massive hole and there was a stepladder on its side, and I deduced that someone fell off the ladder and went through the hole.
Had the fall created the hole, or was the hole already there?
Well, then it'd be in the shape of the guy.
That's true. Very good point.
That is right.
I forgot about the rules of Tom and Jerry.
So I phoned 999, and I explained to the person on the end that my eyesight was very, very poor, and I wasn't able to tell what was at the bottom of the hole. And so the person asked on the phone whether I was with anybody that could see who was at the bottom of the hole, and I said, yeah, but you're not going to believe this.
So what happened?
I said, I'd imagine what you need is a fire engine and an ambulance.
And also, I guess you didn't know the address.
I told her, I don't know the address, but I can tell you to get here from the Waitrose. She suggested that I take the foreign lady outside to the road sign and see if I could get her to spell it for me. And so through a series of enthusiastic mimes, I managed to gesture to her that I needed her to read me the letters on the road sign.
Could you recreate the mime with David as the distressed woman?
I'm doing a distressed face.
Oh, well, that helps.
Yeah.
So I gestured down that I can't see the road sign. You have to read the road sign and me. So she said, B, and I'd say to the lady on the phone, B, and I'd say, I think that was an E. I'd go,
You'd accidentally stood on her toe.
We got through the road name, and she was able to send the fire brigade and the ambulance to the right road, and through some miracle of human biology, he was still alive after all the time it took me to get to the bottom of this problem.
Caroline, what are you thinking?
It's not adding up for me. If someone comes shouting at you, you just run past. Someone else will sort it out.
And how long have you been working with the Samaritans?
I think it's a fake story, this. On account of this, I can't think why the fire brigade would have any kind of kit that dealt with, descending into an abyss. I mean, they usually go from the ground up. They've got ladders.
I do think, John, it's possible to take a ladder. And I don't know if you can get your head around this, but put it down.
I can't see it. How would that... I can't see that.
John, if you think that the fire brigade isn't equipped or indeed willing to deal with crises that happen below ground level, what emergency service is?
Yeah.
It's their fourth one.
Mountain rescue.
Mountain rescue.
Mountain rescue.
Thank you.
On the contrary, they're even more obsessed with upwardsness.
No.
Mountain rescue, we never go down.
No. There's no point going up there and going, we've saved you, but you can make your own way back down.
So you're saying lie.
Lie.
They're both saying lie. I'll go with my teammates.
You're going to go with the team.
Yeah.
They're saying it's a lie. Chris, truth or lie?
I honestly had to get her to spell the road sign out to me, guys. True.
It's true. Chris did call 999 for an emergency he couldn't see. Judy, you're next.
Right. An ex-boyfriend once dumped me after he found the list of pros and cons I'd made about him.
Oh, my gosh.
Please, team.
How long had you been seeing this guy for?
I'd been seeing him for about 6 months.
And how did you meet him?
I met him at Carnival.
Right.
Anything in Carnival just seems really excitable and nice.
Yeah.
And then when the sun's not shining and the Calypso stops playing, you realise, OK, this is not as nice as I thought it was.
So a 6-month relationship that was good for one day. Let's start with the positives. What was the pros about this guy?
The pros was he was always on time.
Wow. I'll tell you what, there's a guy to your right you're going to like.
He was a good dancer and he drove.
I don't know, is he still single? Because he sounds great.
What about the cons?
Commitment seemed to be an issue. When I was going through conversations of, exes, it was always very short term.
So he was good at getting there on time, but he didn't want to stay.
This is what I'm saying.
Did you say in your statement that he found this list?
Yeah.
So talk us through that. Well, I mean, you could act it out. Just imagine, David, use your lovely acting skills.
Yes.
And you had bad credit as well.
Bad credit, but I can drive.
Yes.
Yeah, but
I can't imagine this. What is this list?
Firstly, your credit is bad. Okay.
I've had some money troubles, but at least I can dance and drive.
Being able to dance and drive is not going to help for a longer relationship because you can't commit to anything. So you're going to wind up on me for 2 weeks and then wind up on somebody else. And
This is great. This is like a mashup of EastEnders and Antiques Roadshow.
Sometimes the truth is what you need. And I try to make subtle hints to you.
This is a subtle hint. This list of pros and cons.
It was a subtle hint.
See attached sheet.
It was a subtle...
I'll tell you what I have to say now is I'm on David's side in this argument. Come on, David, get your bags. You're coming with me.
Caroline, what are you thinking?
No, I don't think it's true.
You don't think it's true?
John?
Yeah, I think it is.
You think it is? Who do I trust most of these two people? Sell it to me, John.
I'm a terrible judge of character, I've got to say.
I won't lie. I was expecting a bit more positivity in that argument. I'm going to go with Caroline.
All right, Judy, was it the truth or was it a lie?
It was the lie. The
It's a lie. Judy didn't make a pros and cons list for her ex. John, it's your turn.
For 3 months, I shared a flat with a monkey.
David's team.
When was this?
Early 70s.
And was it just you and the monkey, or were there other flatmates?
Just me and the monkey. It was in Amsterdam. The monkey's apartment was in Amsterdam, and I was...
So it was the monkey's apartment?
When he says apartment, he means in the zoo.
What was the monkey's name, John?
Charlie.
Charlie. And why only 3 months? Did the monkey kick you out?
The thing was, I was kind of monkey-sitting this animal.
What did he look like?
Oh, he was exquisite. Most of you are probably thinking, wow, what fun. You know. And I don't blame you. Sometimes there are things in life that are a disappointment, but living with a monkey isn't one of them.
What did he eat?
He wanted what you were eating.
Oh.
Really?
Which at the time was a lot of chips.
Did he do any tricks at all? Did he do any
Tricks? He was full of them.
What do you want? He'd have the guillotine, he'd have the sword the lady in half, he had the lot.
I used to take him to the park with one of those extendable dog leashes, you know, where you pull the trigger.
They had them in the early 70s.
No, they had them. But the point is, you know, that when I extended the leash, it would run up into the nearest tree. So I would be stood for ages, you know, with my arm extended up
Wow.
into a
And it
tree.
then looks like you're taking your tree for a walk.
So when you had to go, like, and meet this monkey, how long was the owner there with you?
Yes, of course, I did have to go for a kind of audition. He didn't want to leave his precious pal with any old schmuck.
What are you looking at me for?
You know,
How did you ace the audition?
Well, we seemed to hit it off.
You and the...
Although we did get off to a bad start, actually.
Yeah.
I went round to his apartment to audition. There was one empty chair, but it was occupied by the monkey, which was curled up asleep in this chair. So I picked it up thinking it was a cat. And then it went rigid. I could feel its ribs suddenly and all of its muscles tightened up. And it shrieked once and once only, but for about 10 minutes. It was like it was plugged into the mains. Anyway, I threw it as if 'twere a cat.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they land on the feet.
Yeah.
But he's a monkey, he didn't land on his feet. He landed in an ungainly heap. And then it kind of scuttled away, looking back over its shoulder in my direction, in a real accusatory manner.
So, John, given you were so close after 3 months, it must be very hard to say goodbye.
It was a hell of a wrench.
Yeah.
Monkey wrench.
Hell of a wrench.
Chris, what are you thinking about this?
We could make anything up and it would sound true, but this sounds so plausible.
What about you, Judy?
If we're being honest, out of all of us sitting on here, if there was one person that we could think of that lived with a monkey for 3 months, who do you think that would be?
Oh, yeah.
But once you've discounted David, who would it then be?
I think it's true.
You say true?
100%.
OK,
True.
100%. This ain't true. So, John, living with a monkey in Amsterdam, truth or lie?
They got me rumbled, it's true.
It's true, John really did share a flat with a monkey. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Emma. Judy, what is Emma to you?
This is Emma, and when I freaked out in a broken down lift, she kept me calm by playing a game of Guess Who.
Right. Chris, perhaps you'd like to explain how you know Emma.
This is Emma, and I have brought her here tonight to apologise for making her cry whilst filming a TV show.
Right. Finally, David, what's your relationship with Emma?
This is Emma. She dived into a swimming pool to save me when she mistook my backstroke for drowning.
So there we have it. Lee, where will you start?
I think we'll start with Judy. When was this? And do not say 20 years ago.
No. A year and a half.
A year and a half ago?
Yeah.
Where was this lift?
Lewisham Shopping Centre.
Right.
And I came out of the car park.
Yeah.
Went into the lift.
In your car?
No.
No.
With my 2 feet.
Yeah.
And her parents and her was walking. Her parents wanted to just go up the stairs and she wanted to go in the lift. So they were like, all right, we'll meet you on
We'll meet you up there.
So it broke down and you were just alone, the two of you together?
Yeah.
And how long were you stuck in the lift for?
It felt like ages, but it was something like 16 minutes or so.
Oh, okay, quite a long time.
So, is Emma calm?
Yes.
How long do you stay calm for?
About maybe 45 seconds.
That... You only lasted 45 seconds.
I'm so sorry. So it just went, "Unk," and I was like pressing the alarm, and then someone speaks. I said, "Oh, we're stuck in the lift. Something's wrong with the lift."
Right.
And he said, "Oh,
You've pressed the alarm after 45 seconds?
I just thought, I can't be stuck in here. I can't be stuck in here. I need to get out. I need to get out. How long are they going to take?"
And what was Emma saying?
She was saying, "Oh, it should be all right. It's calm down." She was fantastic, and that's why she's
But with
amazing.
but with respect, why did that comfort you in any way? After all, Emma was far too young to be any kind of hydraulics expert.
So how did she calm you down? You mentioned something about a game.
Yeah, she was just like, "Why don't we like play this game to like just keep ourselves occupied?"
What did you play?
Guess who?
But you mean
Over
guess who on the phone?
No, you know, little card game with the thing that you pull up.
She brought with her a portable board game. At this point, did you think, I think she deliberately did this to the lift?
So how did this all come to a conclusion?
Well, you know, after playing like a few games, we just heard someone saying, "Oh, look, we're here, it's going to be all right."
Here's the big question. When help arrived, fire brigade or mountain rescue?
Now, what about Chris and his story?
Chris, OK, so you have brought her on the show tonight to apologise to her because you made her cry on television.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
It is.
Yeah, so how did you make Emma cry?
I was mean. In my defence, I was hired to be mean to children, and it turns out I'm just really, really good at it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean you were hired to be mean to her?
There was a TV show that I was approached to be on, and they wanted me to be a bit of a nuisance and a bit of a pain and try and make life difficult for the kids.
And David wasn't available?
So what show was this, Chris?
It was a cooking show where young kids had to run a restaurant.
What was the show called?
It was called Step Up to the Plate.
Right, before we go anywhere, Step Up to the Plate. Have you seen it?
Never heard of it.
John?
I might have heard of that.
Yeah, just then, I mean, before now.
Yeah, you know, before, yeah.
It's a kids' show.
Were you a customer?
Yes, they hired me specifically to be difficult.
I see.
So, specifically, what sort of things did you say, Chris?
I'd get brought food and I was told, "Oh, this is surprisingly sweet." And I'd say, "Well, it's not surprisingly sweet anymore, is it? Because you've told me it's sweet." You've ruined the surprise. That's what you've done.
Oh, that's brilliant. Was she your waitress?
Yeah, she was one of my waitresses, and the kids took turns, and Emma was about number 3.
What? How?
By which point I'd really kind of got into the groove, Lee. I think the only mistake that Emma really made is that she told me that the meat in the meal was Venice instead of venison.
She's a child, you barbarian. What did you reply with?
What, I'm going to be eating the Italian city of Venice, am I?
Oh, you horrible man.
No wonder it smells of sewage and canals. I mean, can you please pass my compliments to the chef for being able to represent the stagnant filth of the city of loving meat form?
I'll tell you what, I didn't see it, but I'm going to find it.
Well, Chris, you said you wanted to apologise. Why don't you take the opportunity?
So, Emma, I'm sorry for being mean on the show. and for making really...
Sorry, Chris, one moment. Sorry. Emma, could you put the middle finger away, please? So sorry. I'm sorry, Chris.
Right, only young David is left.
Remind us, David.
This is Emma, and she dived into a swimming pool to save me after mistaking my backstroke for drowning.
Where was it? Where did it happen?
It happened in a swimming pool in Italy.
Oh, Italy!
Was it in venison?
It was in the city...
Come on, you can do this,
Italian
David.
city...
Of?
Sorrento.
OK.
Oh.
It's more of a town than a city, isn't it?
Do you know, I'm not entirely sure.
Have you ever been there?
No, never.
No more questions.
No. I have been to Sorrento.
Is Emma Italian?
No.
But she was on holiday?
Yes.
Right.
So, and I'm not Italian either.
Right.
So you're on holiday on your own, I'm assuming?
No, I'm with my wife and child.
That's still going strong?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But they weren't in the swimming pool.
So you're doing the backstroke?
Yes.
And...
Not classic backstroke. I will admit that. Not this. I'm not doing that, because I find my shoulders don't like it.
What were you doing? Were you doing doggy paddle?
Dogs don't swim on their backs. You'd see everything.
Mine?
No. Is that why they don't do it?
Absolutely. They're notoriously shy creatures.
So tell us about your unconventional backstroke.
Well, I'm just on my back,
Oh, you're doing that,
do a
aren't
bit
you?
of
You're
that.
doing that.
Yeah, and I think I'm probably doing breaststroke legs, actually, if you can imagine anything so mad and fusion. But I've got a sort of iPod that's been waterproofed. You can listen to things while swimming back and forth, and you get the vague exercise of the swimming without the unremitting tedium.
Going on your mime, you don't look to me like you're drowning. So why did Emma feel she had to come and help you?
Well, one of the disadvantages of this listening device is that it is slightly difficult to rewind or change tracks.
So you've changed the track to the Beatles' Help. You've sang along.
I'm not singing. I'm just trying to go back 5 minutes in the episode that I'm listening to.
Okay.
But in doing so, I've become slightly unsettled in the water. A little bit of water's gone up my nose. I might have gone a bit spluttery, and I'm trying to re-clip the thing.
You look to some, particularly to Emma, as if you're in distress. What happened?
Yeah. The first thing I knew, though, she jumped in the pool and was lifting my chin up.
And what are you saying?
I probably kicked off with an apology. That's how I usually start most social interactions. And she said, "Oh, I thought you were in trouble." And I went, "Oh no, I'm okay, but thank you very much."
So where were Emma's parents?
They weren't in evidence.
This poor child's either left alone in a pool, left alone in a lift, or be left alone to be shouted at by Chris.
They were somewhere vaguely.
Where are her parents tonight? Nobody knows.
All right, we need an answer. So Lee's team is Emma, Judy's calming companion, Chris's forlorn friend, or David's swimming saviour.
John.
I think Chris seems the most plausible to me.
Judy gave a brilliant performance of someone who had been trapped in a lift.
It was like the beginning of an episode of Casualty.
Yeah, it was. I'm very grateful
I
to
have to
Emma.
say, it was good, but it was hard to follow her breakup with David.
So what are we going to say then?
Chris.
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 You're gonna say Chris?
We'll go Chris.
OK, they're saying that it's Chris and the TV show. Emma, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Emma, and Chris made me cry on TV.
Emma, you're a superstar, because I genuinely thought that you saved me in a lift.
Yes, Emma is Chris's forlorn friend. Thank you very much, Emma. Which brings us to our final round, Quickfire Lives. We start with... It's Caroline.
I once went home halfway through a gig I wasn't enjoying, then came back at the end and pretended to my friend I'd been there all along.
Right, David's team. A gig is like a concert or something.
What kind of gig was it?
It was a Genesis gig.
Oh?
When was this, Caroline?
probably 82 or something like that.
So you were at a Genesis gig in the 80s, which would have been at a stadium, maybe.
Yeah,
Which stadium was it?
Wembley.
Where did you live?
Finsbury Park.
You got out of a stadium and all the way to Finsbury Park and then back to a stadium and in through security.
I didn't get back in. I made my way to the sort of bar-y bit and waited and met my friend.
It's not easy to get from Wembley Stadium to Finsbury Park on the tube. You have to go down the Jubilee line.
Yeah.
And then
There wasn't a Jubilee line, was there?
Yes, there was. That was 1977, the Silver Jubilee.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. I'm glad that the railway enthusiasts are in.
Tell me, John, if you were to be at a Genesis concert, do you think you'd have the strength of character to leave while they were knocking them out?
I wouldn't be there in the first place.
Why didn't you go to a nearby cafe or pub to wait for your friend?
She could still hear him there.
I have no idea what being in Wembley Stadium is like, whether for a gig or for a football match.
You've never been to Wembley?
No.
Oh, man, you ain't living
What about
on.
for the International Railway Convention, didn't you?
OK, what's it going to be?
I feel like it's true.
You think true?
Yeah.
Do you know what? The logistics of getting home and getting back before the end doesn't sit right.
My instinct is it's a lie.
OK.
So it's a lie.
So we're going to say
OK,
lie.
they're saying it's a lie. Caroline, was it true or was it a lie?
It's true.
Next. It's Lee.
I always read the last line of a book first.
David.
Why do you do that, Lee?
I'm Chinese. It's something I did when I was very young, and it became just a thing that I started doing. Call it superstition, call it one of my little things that I do that just makes me adorable.
What kind of books is it you're reading, Lee? What kind of genre?
I bought a dictionary recently, and I went straight to the final word of the dictionary.
Which is?
Zyziva.
Nice. What does it mean?
It's a type of American weevil. But the last book that I actually properly read is a book called I Want to Be Yours by Im.
And what was the last line?
The last line of that book is, if you've got any complaints, mail them to last Tuesday when I cared.
But I might have cared.
But I might have cared.
Yeah.
Why the Australian accent, just out of interest?
Answering, John, why the Australian accent?
Thanks for getting it, Lee.
Well, it might not be true.
What's the worst last line that you've read?
I think it was, so that is my story, and I hope you enjoyed it. My name's Rob Brydon. Good night.
I'm shocked that you read books. So what are you thinking?
I think you're telling the truth, Lee.
Lee does seem a little bit off like that, doesn't he? What? He does.
We think Lee might be telling the truth. We think maybe he reads the last line of a book before the rest of it.
Lee, truth or lie?
It is, in fact, true.
Yes.
Yes, it's true. Lee does always read the last line of a book first. Oh, that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show. I can reveal that it's a draw. Lee has 3 and David has 3. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night. Good evening. Welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show in which it pays to be economical with the truth. On David Mitchell's team tonight, a stand-up comic back for his 4th helping of WILTY. It's Chris McCausland. And Strictly's head judge and queen of the ballroom, Shirley Ballas. And on Lee Mack's team tonight, an entrepreneur and the youngest ever dragon in the den, it's Stephen Bartlett. And Big Brother champion turned This Morning host, Josie Gibson. We begin with round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They have no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Shirley is first up.
OK. Tom Cruise owes me 600 quid.
Lee's team.
Tom Cruise owes you 600 quid?
Yes.
Right. What did you used to do for a living? Well, first of all, how do you know Tom Cruise? Or how did you know Tom Cruise?
Or how does you know Tom Cruise?
Well, it was many moons ago.
Right.
And he heard about me as a dancer.
Right.
And he wanted to learn to dance.
Ah, so you taught him how to dance?
Yes.
For a film or just for fun?
For fun. At the time, he was married to the tall lady.
Well, they're all
Nicole.
tall. He's a tiny fella.
He's a perfectly average height.
Well, actually, he was rather small. I remember that.
Yes. Oi, I get enough of this from him.
He was smaller than you.
Was he?
Oh. Do you know what, Rob? That's such great news. You should have stood up then and celebrated. So why does he owe you 600 quid? Is that how much you charge and he didn't pay you?
He didn't pay me, yeah.
But how much... What, I mean, I'm trying to word this correctly. How long would I get with you for £600?
Well, it should have been 2 hours, but...
You're 300 quid an hour? Wow. It's more than you're getting tonight.
It should have been 2 hours, but it ran over because, you know, he started to move those hips and I got really quite into it, you know.
Was there any sexual chemistry there?
Oh, there's always sexual chemistry when you dance, darling, with anybody and everybody.
Oh, come on, we saw Aunt Widdy. Come on, Strictly.
All right, what are we thinking? Josie, what do you think?
Because you still sound a tiny little bit angry, I think it's true.
All right, Stephen, what about you?
100% true.
Do you think so? Are you good in your job sussing out liars?
A little bit. I actually did body language training at one point, so...
Did you?
No, that was a lie. See?
I was really annoyed then, because I had the body language training. No, I haven't. I do feel a bit better now. OK, my team say true. I'll go with that.
You're going to say true?
I'm not convinced.
All right, OK. So, Shirley, was it true or was it a lie?
It was true.
It's true. And we got a photograph of the two of you together. Let's look at that. Oh. Chris, you're next.
OK, David, you're going to read my card again, mate?
Yes. OK, here we go. When I used to go out drinking, I would often hide a sausage roll in a tree near the pub so I could have a tasty snack for the walk home.
Lee's team.
Why couldn't the sausage roll come in the pub with you?
If I did that, then the chances are I would have ate it during the night. And the idea is that it was a tasty treat for the walk home.
Oh, so to avoid temptation.
Exactly.
Did it start off hot?
No, it was always a cold sausage roll.
OK.
Because they come completely sealed.
It's not a nice one, then, from a freshly baked. It's a horrible one in sealed plastic.
If we spent all evening in a tree, it's not a nice one, whatever.
That was my point, because I pictured it in a brown paper bag, and I thought, well, the squirrels, the pigeons, the other birds.
The squirrels, the pigeons and the other birds. You
wrong
mean
with
the
that?
squirrels and the pigeons and other birds? It sounds like you think a squirrel is a bird.
No, not at all, not at all. Squirrels, I'm very clear on what squirrels are, I always have been. But I'm saying the squirrels, the pigeons, and then I thought, I'll list some other birds. I thought, no, we haven't got time for that.
It's a shame you didn't feel like you didn't have time after the squirrels and just ended at that.
It's not just squirrels, is it, Lee?
No,
There
there's
are birds.
other birds as
There
well.
are other birds.
Was it always the same place?
Yeah, so on the way home, there was a corner with a nice thick kind of bush on a low wall, and I'd kind of shove it in there.
Did you ever get a situation where you were walking a nice lady home and it was all going very well, and then you got to the bush, reached in for your sausage roll, sort of ended that romance?
If that would have ever been the situation, I think I would have let the sausage roll go, mate.
Were you not concerned about insects in a bush at night time?
And not just
Putting your food
insects,
in there?
other birds.
I was, to be honest, which is why I used one of the ones in the pre-sealed plastic.
So, Chris, would you ever, late at night, reach into the bush and find it to be a bit manky?
Oh, keep it light.
Oh, Lee, no. I'm not having that. These people haven't travelled all this way for you to twist things around. Did you ever reach into the bush and think, oh, this doesn't feel right? Did you ever reach into the bush and think, someone's been here before me?
How far is the walk from the pub to the sausage roll?
Oh, well, the walk home was about 15, 20 minutes.
And where did the sausage roll come in? Halfway?
No, it was about 5 minutes.
5 minutes in or 5 minutes from home?
5 minutes from the pub.
So you could do the 5, but you couldn't do the full 20 without a sausage roll?
5 minutes from home, you could have put a pudding.
Well, the
Just something simple, like a penguin.
Hey, and the birds.
So what are you thinking? Now, Josie, how does this strike you?
I don't know how anybody would leave a bit of food behind. That's the...
Stephen, is this something you would ever consider doing?
I wouldn't do it. And I think if you had a 15-minute walk home, you probably could have gone past a shop.
All right, so what are we thinking, Lee?
Lie.
Lie.
It's a lie.
I think
it's a lie.
He's lying.
So, they think it's a lie. Chris, was it a lie or were you actually telling the truth?
It was a lie.
Yes!
Yes, it's a lie. Chris didn't hide a sausage roll in a tree for his walk home. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. It's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Vil. So, Stephen, what is Vil to you?
This is Vil. He is the teacher that unexpelled me because I was making the school lots of money.
Right. Josie, how do you know Vil?
This is Vil, and I know Vil because when I knocked on the wrong front door, live on This Morning, he opened the door in his wife's nightie.
Right. And finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Vil?
This is Vil. Of all the guys in my synchronised swimming team... he's the one I like the best.
So there we have it. David's team, where will you begin?
OK, I'm just making a detailed note of Lee's. So, Stephen, he was your teacher?
He was my teacher, yeah.
Why were you initially expelled?
Very low attendance. My attendance was like, I don't know, 30% in school.
30%?
Yeah.
All right.
And now you're a millionaire. What a message that is sending out to children.
How old was you, Stephen, when you was expelled?
16.
Who expelled you? Was it Vil?
No, it was another teacher, who I probably shouldn't name. I'll call him Mr. T. Mr. T expelled me,
right.
And then I went to Vil, and he unexpelled me and said, "You're not expelled because you're making the school money."
How are you making the school money?
Done kind of deals, various deals that I'd done.
What sort of deal?
So I'd negotiated the deal for the vending machine in the school.
Yeah.
The school got the vending machine for free and got revenue from it. The school had basically given me a big, notice board wall, and I used it to organise events and parties and trips and stuff like that.
All right, and why can Vil overrule Mr. T?
Mr. T was head of Key Stage 4, and Vil was head of Key Stage 5. He was more senior in the school.
Vil is this chap's Christian name, but you wouldn't... It wasn't one of those trendy schools, was it, where you call your teachers by their Christian names?
Yeah, I never really knew his first name. I called him Mr. Sprinkle.
Mr. Sprinkle?
Happens to all men with age. I mean, it's nothing to highlight on national television.
There's loads of people called Mr. Sprinkle, in fact, hundreds of thousands.
Why did you call him Mr. Sprinkle?
That's his name.
His name is Vil Sprinkle. I assume there are people called Sprinkle, but it's not a very common surname. So that's our starting point. Before we even get into the vending machine, expelled, unexpelled, we just have to look into the plausibility of the name Vil Sprinkle.
I've never met anybody called Vil before.
Well, I think Vil might be the shortening of the German form of William. That was my
So you think he might be German?
He might be German, or he might have had a German...
Sprinkle isn't a German name.
But it could be Sprinkle E-L, couldn't it? Sprinkle? Maybe Herr Sprinkle teaches German. I've got one more question.
Oh, go on then.
But I think being expelled from a school is quite a big deal. I don't think a head of a key stage alone would be able to make that decision. Surely an expulsion is a decision that the head of the school, the head teacher, would have to be involved in. And so the idea that one non-head teacher can make the call and one other non-head teacher can overrule it appears to be an odd way of structuring a school administration. Would you not agree with that, Stephen?
No.
What about Josie?
Josie, why were you knocking on doors on television?
Well, on This Morning, we do a segment called Dosh on Your Doorstep, where I go into hiding all morning, and then, when it's time to pounce, I run to the front door, knock on the front door, and let them play a game that they could win money.
OK, so the people in the house, they don't know you're there?
No, they don't know that we're going to turn up now. But what we should do, and maybe I might put it to our producers, is we should have a chat, really, and for them to tell me what door it is. Because we just, I don't know why we don't do that, but when we're live on air, they just go, that one! And I thought they were pointing at one door, and really it was another.
Why would it have been OK at the other door?
Because I got the wrong door.
Unless you just said the same thing a different way. Were the people at the door you were supposed to ring on prepared for the fact that you were going to ring on it?
They had entered.
Oh, they'd entered the competition?
Yes, so everybody enters.
So anyone who's entered, they've got to be ready in the morning, wearing something that you would be happy to be televised, dressed in.
I think that this possibly could be true with Mr. Sprinkle, because he was probably...
Well, hang on, in this story, do we know he's called Mr. Sprinkle as well?
We know he's Vil, but Sprinkle has only come from Stephen.
I think he was upstairs with his wife. She was maybe taking a shower. The door rings downstairs.
Wow, why do you know all this?
The door... Because my boyfriend did this, and the wife says, oh, go and answer that, darling. And he goes, well, I've got no clothes on. So he just grabs the closest thing, like a nightie, puts it on and goes downstairs and opens the door. So I think it's quite possible.
So, Josie, what happened? You knocked on the door.
Yeah, Vil opened in his wife's nightie, and apparently he was playing, like, a prank on his wife, because his wife was meant to be coming back.
So you ring on the doorbell.
Yeah.
Vil is expecting his wife, who he's playing a prank on.
Yeah.
He's surprised that it's not his wife, it's you with a camera crew on live TV. Who speaks and what do they say?
And I go, are you ready to play Dosh on Your Doorstep? And he just went, what? Just like that.
Oh, like that? Sorry, say, how do you say it?
He just went, what?
All right, so is he German or is it just the W's thing?
He's a bit German, yeah.
He's a bit German.
Now, What about Lee?
How many people are in your synchronised swimming team, Lee?
There are 10.
5 aside.
Tell us about them.
Well, there's Vil.
What?
Who I should point out isn't German. He's in fact Dutch.
All right.
And he's not called Mr. Sprinkle either. I don't know his surname.
What, you don't know his surname?
I don't even know he's Dutch. I made that up as well. But he does like to go in the pool with his clogs.
I had no idea that you were synchronised swimming. How long have you been doing this?
I don't know, 30, 40 seconds? Yeah, no, I've only just started, only in the last couple of months.
Where do you do it?
I do it in the pool.
Where's the pool?
It's the local swimming pool, and they started to do synchronised swimming. And
what was it about that that caught your eye? How did you come across it?
I think it was the idea of just doing something a bit different. And also, I'd watched that film that you were in about synchronised swimming, and I thought, wow, any idiot can do it. Because Rob was in a film about synchronised swimming.
Yeah, I was in a film called Swimming with Men. Very, very good. It's worth watching. Very nice.
Lee, tell us the name of 3 synchronised swimming moves and what they involve.
OK, you've got the egg beater.
He's absolutely right. That is a move. That is a move. No, it's a very, very difficult move. In the film, I do it in the film.
Yeah, Rob, this isn't about you, it's about me.
It's I'm giving you time to think.
Why is Vil your favourite, Lee? What makes him stand out amongst the others?
Phil is like me. He likes to take it seriously. The others, I think, are just there to have a laugh. And I've always been ambitious. I've got one eye on, who knows? Not the Olympics, obviously, but Commonwealth Games. You know.
What does Vil do for a living?
Vil is he's actually a teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he have the authority to unexpel people?
Well, I did something in the pool that I wasn't supposed to do. He told me I had to leave, but he called me back and said, don't ignore him. Come on, get back in.
So talk us through, then, a typical session. What night of the week do you practice?
Always Tuesdays.
And what day is it?
Today?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, OK. So both of you are missing it tonight.
It's a Tuesday, but we obviously had the night off tonight.
All right.
To promote the team.
OK.
There is 8 guys out there that are with us that are watching the show tonight. They've all come along to watch. And I would ask them to all... All right.
How about...
I would ask them to all stand up, but I guarantee they do it exactly the same time.
So, you whip your clothes off. What happens then?
Well, then we get the costume on.
Costume?
Synchronised swimming. You're not seeing it on TV. You don't just go in a pair of trunks. Well, we wear trunks to train, but in the competitions you have to wear a costume.
What's your costume?
It's like a trunk, but it's got a bit of the jazzle.
You got a bit of glitter down there.
Bit of glitter down there. Yeah.
A bit of sparkle.
Bit of sparkle.
So you wear normal trunks to train, but for a competition, you wear a vajazzle.
You wear trunks with a bit of decoration on it. Of course you do. And actually, I've been known to wear a couple of tassels on my nipple.
All right, we need an answer. So, David's team is Vil, Stephen's tolerant tutor, Josie's startled stranger, or Lee's pool pal?
Shirley.
Well, I would think I'm going to lend towards Josie's nightgown, because his is just bonkers, the synchronised swimming.
Wait, Shirley, he couldn't have just invented that on the spot.
No. I watch him, he's very good. He's got a really quick with his mouth, and he's very good at thinking outside the box.
That reminds me, you owe me 600 quid.
And the story about the tutor and being expelled and unexpelled, and it just seems a bit far-fetched.
What about you, Chris? Have you ruled out Lee's synchronised swimming?
I think it's more plausible than the vending machine unexpelled story.
That is where I disagree with you.
I think it's probably Josie.
What do you think?
I think it's probably Josie, but I'm scarred. But what I sit here and think in this moment is how terrified and stupid and ashamed and afraid and small and mortal I would feel if it turned out to be Lee. I am going to go for Josie, but I just, I'm just sharing my, fear and pain.
All right. Vil, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Vil, and I unexpelled Stephen from school.
Yes. And Vil, I have to ask you, what is your surname?
It's Sprenkle.
Are you German?
No, I'm Dutch.
Dutch!
Thank you very much, Vil. Which brings us to our final round, Quickfire Lives. And we start with... It's David.
I am not and will never be a member of any WhatsApp group.
Lee's team.
So, still no friends?
What? Have you got a phone?
Yes, I've got a phone, yeah.
Why won't you have it?
Because it's horrible. On my wife's phone, I hear these messages coming, making that horrible noise that, to me, sounds sort of mildly carcinogenic. People sort of asking a question and everyone going, I don't know. Oh, yes, oh, good. Oh, yeah, hi. Yeah, well, people have got to stop communicating. It's not good for us. And the phone's endlessly going, just making another noise, and another noise, and another noise. It's someone going, yeah, great, or well done, or nothing. Nothing. No need for anyone to share this. This is just like a nod from one person to another in the street is, as it were, shared with 50 other people who all have to go, oh, right, that doesn't matter. It's destroying us.
Stephen, presumably you're never off it.
This is true. I'm on it all the time. In fact, when I started my first business, that was our primary communication platform, so...
But do you see any negatives to it?
Definitely.
Definitely?
Definitely.
Has it affected your speech?
No, definitely, yeah.
Somebody told me that they were staying in a hotel, and if you wanted anything from reception...
Yes, that's right, I've been
you
one
had
of
to
those.
WhatsApp them.
Yeah.
I would just die in that hotel room. Die of malnutrition. They'd have to prise my skeletal remains off the mattress. You can't ring down to reception. You've got to WhatsApp them.
Josie, I would imagine you're at it all the time.
I wish.
You're not, you?
No, on WhatsApp, I am, because...
That's what I meant. So you're using this platform yourself?
Because it's free.
That's what they say, don't they? If it's free, then you're not the customer, you're the product.
I don't think that's the slogan for them.
So what are we going to say? I mean, he's passionate about this.
He's passionate, and
After listening to him, I'm going to delete mine and all. I think he's telling the truth, and I'm going to delete it.
Do you know what? After listening to David, I don't want to speak to anyone ever again either. But yeah, I think it's true.
So you're going to say it's true? OK. David, truth or lie?
It is, of course, true.
Yes!
Next. It's Josie.
I only found out last year that you're not supposed to eat the red bit on the Baby Bells.
David's team.
Were you previously a fan of Baby Bells?
I've always thought they were all right. I've just always thought the red bit was the bit of cheese, even though it didn't hardly taste of anything.
Did you bother taking the lid off the Philadelphia or just go straight?
It's got a little sticker on the top, so I take the sticker off and then I chop
Does it have a little sticker on the... I think they're wrapped in plastic around
No, there's a sticker on that says, do not eat the red stuff on the outside.
What was it about the sticker that didn't look edible?
It's a sticker, dear.
OK, so you take the sticker off, and
Yeah.
then you've got the wax-covered baby bell, and then you just bite straight into it.
Yeah.
And when you did that, what was your reaction? Because it'd be quite tough, I would have thought, that wax.
No, it's not actually that tough. And I was quite hungry, so my reaction was like, I'm not feeling that hungry after eating them.
So what stopped this for you? How did you discover your mistake?
My little boy showed me that you had to peel it off. He's 3.
Can I ask someone who's never had one, how big is a baby bell?
It's about the size of an areola.
It's about the size of...
What's an areola?
It's the... You don't know?
No. Spanish goalkeeper.
Explain to Shirley what an areola is.
An areola is the bit that your nipples sit on.
So your son said, "Oh, hang on, Mum," and...
He went to eat one and he opened it up and I thought, what are you doing there, son?
Yeah?
And then I realised you're probably not meant to eat that.
Shirley, what are you thinking? Specifically about what she said.
I can't get over the areola. I'm still on it. I don't think she's telling the truth.
Chris, what are you thinking?
I think she's telling the truth. Yeah, I reckon so.
OK.
Yeah. I wish I had a baby bell with me and I could try eating the wrapper and see if it's even plausible. I don't
Well, there's
know.
4 areolas here.
Yeah. This isn't a Channel 4 show.
Right, time to decide, David.
OK, true.
So, Josie, was it true or was it a lie?
It's a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Josie didn't eat the red bit on baby bells. That noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show. I can reveal that Lee's team have won by 5 points to 0. Thank you for watching. Good night. Welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show that sorts the facts from the fibs. On David Mitchell's team tonight, all the way from the One Show studio, it's Alex Jones. And he's the Crime Watch copper turned scam interceptor, Rav Wilding. And with Lee Mack tonight, stand-up comedian and star of Scared of the Dark, it's Chris McCausland. A comedy actress and bona fide national treasure. Say Heidi hi to Sue Pollard.
Thank you.
And we begin with round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before, they've no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Chris is first up tonight.
All these years, I have been pretending to be blind. If only. Lee, would you read that for me, please?
Every night, I use an unusual technique to make sure I wake up on time in the morning.
Right, David's team.
OK, so what is the unusual technique?
The usual way of making sure you wake up in the morning at the right time would be to set an alarm clock.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
OK,
So, and you do something different. Well, we don't need to know what. I think it will be true.
What I've done is I have trained my brain to wake itself up
No, you haven't.
at the right time.
By doing what?
When I'm lying in bed, I will bang out the time on the pillow with my head.
Right.
Saying the hours for the time that I want to wake up.
Yeah.
And that subconsciously programs the time.
Chris?
Yes.
Are you all right?
And how accurate is this?
50-50.
Where did this idea come to you from?
I read it in a book.
What was the name of the book?
The book was called Last Man Standing. It was a fictional book, David.
It was a fictional book from which you were taking lifestyle tips.
Well, do you know when you read something and it sticks in your head as an idea to try?
This may help you, David. Give us a demonstration, if you would, of the severity of the headbang. You're settling down at the end of the night.
OK, Lee, I'm going to turn around a bit and use you as a pillow.
All right.
Oh, so I'm in
Put
bed.
my arm there, yeah.
Oh, my pillow's firmer than that. So I want to get up at 7:30 in the morning, so I'm like, I go 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and if I want to get up at 7:30, I go 7:30.
Chris, I don't know whether you've got a partner or a wife or somebody who shares
He
a
used to
bed
have a wife,
with
he
you.
headbutted us to death.
Is there anybody else in the bed with you, Chris?
So I mean, I tour a lot.
So some nights yes, some nights no.
I tour a lot, I'm away a lot, but when I'm at home, I do have a wife. I mean, I have a wife all the time.
What are you thinking, David's team? Alex, what do you think?
Oh, it's so unbelievable. It's believable.
Yeah, and also I do think that if you tell yourself you need to wake up at a certain time, the chances of waking up then are higher than you'd think. It's not totally random.
Well, let's give it a go tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
You make it
realise
sound
we were
as if you're sharing a bed. So I think you're saying it's true.
Well, are we happy to say true? Yeah, I think we're going to go with true.
OK, Chris, they think you were telling the truth. Were you, or was it a lie?
Everyone will be trying it tonight. It's true.
Yes!
Yes, it's true. Chris does use an unusual technique to wake up. Rav, you're next.
During my driving test, the examiner made me pull over because he'd spotted someone breaking into his house.
Lee's team.
Driving test or driving instruction?
Driving test.
You're actually on your test. How old were you then?
18, I think.
And talk us through the conversation.
I was going down the dual carriageway. That bit was fine, and then we pulled off and we went to a residential area. I didn't know the
You just
area.
changed that, didn't you? We're going down the dual carriageway, and then we pulled off and went to a residential area. What houses are that can be broken into? Yes, carry on, Rav.
And we pulled off, and he just screamed, stop.
Just screamed, stop.
So I stopped the car.
So you stopped the car?
And he ran out.
So we got out, and did he even say what he was
ran to
doing?
a house that had a ladder.
Oh, he didn't tell you
outside.
anything, he just ran out of the car.
Ran.
So at this point you're thinking, I'm not doing very well, am I?
But I knew something was up, because...
It said stop and ran out of the car.
No, because mine's...
Exactly the same thing happened on my driving test.
He just ran out the car and ran to the house that had a ladder on the outside because he thought someone was breaking into the house, which I later found out.
Talk us through then what happens.
He came back and said, no one's breaking into the house. It was the window cleaner.
I've got a question for you. That house must have been empty, otherwise he wouldn't have been so panicky, correct?
Quite possibly, I don't know.
Where was the window cleaner getting the water?
An outside tap?
All right, what are we thinking? Sue, what do you make of this?
Well, you see, I'm just thinking the examiner could have actually liked the look of that house and said stop and dashed up because he probably thought, I just want to see if there's anything worth myself burgling.
Oh, you thought he was a burglar?
Yes.
So you thought my examiner turned burglar?
There's an angle we hadn't thought of.
Yes. Did he have any jewels when he came back?
I like the way Sue thinks her job here is to develop the story.
Sue, I could see you and Rav, primetime BBC One, as a new crime-fighting duo. He's very much the traditional copper, but you think a little bit outside of the box.
Oh, I'd be like Sister Boniface.
Who's Sister Boniface?
She's a nun who's a detective.
What channel's Sister Boniface on?
20.
Channel 20.
Channel 20.
Channel 20 or Sister Boniface, but this is... I'm going to write this down.
What do you reckon, Chris?
So do I think that Rav had to stop his car in a driving test because the driving instructor saw a man on a ladder at his house and thought it was a burglar, but it was the window cleaner? Yes, I do.
You think it's true?
Wow.
Susan Pollard.
Oh, dear. I'm going to go... it's...
What are you thinking? I'll help you with your dilemma.
Well, you've been hopeless so far. You're not giving me...
You think out loud, Sue. Can I just say, your character in Heidi High, I always thought was an exaggeration of your character. Turns out it was toned down, wasn't it?
It is true.
You say true. We'll take
true.
that.
True.
I'm going to go with my teammates and say it's true.
OK. Rav, you've convinced them, but was it the truth or was it a lie?
It is, in fact, a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Rav didn't have to pull over during his driving test. I'm filled with trepidation as I say these next words. Sue, you're next.
Oh, God, I wish I was dead. No, I don't really. I once had to reprimand a pantomime cow when it started an argument with itself.
David's team.
OK.
Right.
Which panto, Sue?
The clue is pantomime cow.
Yes.
So just deduce how many pantos that you can remember the title of, and that would help you to get...
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yes.
She's turned the tables on it. Yeah, we helped her. Yeah. And what happened?
I was Jack.
You were Jack.
Yes.
Was this when you were already known?
Yes, I suppose, yeah. In people's houses, not burgling, with no steps. Like the ladders.
Oh, do you remember the good old days of entertainments when there was no steps?
Oh, they're a great group.
I was just did it for comic effect.
Yeah, but that was all right, but nobody laughed.
David, Sue can come again.
So you're on stage. You're playing Jack. You're leading the cow. So this is during a show.
Yes.
Yes.
Suddenly there seemed to be some sort of verbal ping-pong happening within the skin. And it was a really poignant moment.
Yeah.
But with this kerfuffle inside the skin...
Can we call it costume? It's a bit... Something around the word skin that's making it a bit not child-friendly.
OK, yeah.
Inside the cow's flesh, there were voices raised.
Who was in there? Are these not famous people, because you're not when you're playing the cow? Who was in there?
It was a mother and son.
And what sort of things were they saying to each other, then?
Well, as I recall...
Why did you have beans?
Yes. Oh, that was done in the other scene before. So they mentioned the beans.
I think Lee was making a joke that the person at the front might have had a bit of wind.
You should have chosen a different sort of farty food, because saying beans...
I forgot there was beans in
You're just thinking a bean store. You're supposed to be a professional.
I know. What else causes wind?
Brussels sprouts.
I'll go for that.
Yeah, and they're Christmassy like panto.
Perfect.
It was an open goal.
The verbal ping-pong started with the mother saying, "You're not bringing her round to the house again."
Oh. Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she's chosen this moment in the middle of your poignant scene to bring up a difficult issue about the son's current relationship.
Yes.
This is a more gripping piece of drama than anything about Cow and the Beans.
Ralph, what do you make of this?
No, I'm not having it at all.
It's a lot on the line when you make a decision, because, of course, being an ex-policeman,
well,
we are going to judge you on your ability to read people, aren't we?
Yeah, very much
and you don't believe her?
No.
Maybe the reason Rav left the police force is he could never tell when anyone was lying.
Alex, what about you?
Oh, see, I love you, Sue, and I think this is absolutely something that could be true.
It's also very realistic with this beef going on in the cow.
Very good.
We're going to go true.
Saying it's true. Well, Sue, they think it's true. Was it true or was it a lie?
It was true.
Well done.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. It's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Raymond. So, Alex, what is Raymond to you?
This is Raymond, and when I went into labour, instead of rushing to the hospital, I rushed to his pet shop.
Rav, how do you know Raymond?
This is Raymond, and I cost him the £250,000 question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh. David, what is your relationship with Raymond?
This is Raymond, and he's the bird expert who taught me how to make friends with the crow who was bullying me.
So there we have it. Alex's pet shop pal, Rav's fed-up friend, or David's crow consultant.
OK, let's start with Alex. Which child was this? Was your first child, or...?
First one. I was having contractions, and it was time to go to the hospital. I'd put it off, but as we were about to leave the house, I saw my hamsters.
Right.
And they didn't have any of the chewy sticks that they loved left. And I know I'm going to hospital, potentially for a few days.
Right.
So I thought I'm going to have to stop by the pet shop to get some new sticks.
Well, you have a husband.
Yeah.
You know what the next question is. Why didn't he go and have the baby and you go and get the sticks? Where's hubby?
Fixing some wardrobes.
Oh, he's at home?
Yeah. He didn't like the hamsters.
This doesn't make any sense.
What?
No, you could always take the hamsters with
to hospital?
you. Yes. Because it's...
Oh, yeah, good practical joke.
Yeah, because...
I thought the father had big cheeks.
Yeah. No, but they could be classed as a support.
Support
pet.
They could get very funny about rodents in hospitals.
You said Charlie was fixing wardrobes.
Yeah.
Priorities is a word that's coming to my mind.
He's very strange, Rob.
He's not Welsh, is he? Well, this is the mistake you've made, Alex. This is you've weakened the bloodline by going with one of these English. What do you expect to happen?
I looked, Rob, and I couldn't find one, and then I settled, and this is where we are.
Yeah, but Roland, actually...
Raymond.
Raymond. I'm so sorry, Raymond. You seem nice. Are you married?
He's not allowed to speak.
Oh, yeah, but he's got a lovely smile and he's dying to break out. He could have taken the hamsters' treats with him, you know, to your house for the hamsters.
It's not Deliveroo. I mean...
Very hard to walk into a pet shop, buy two little sticks that are probably 30p each again. I'd like them delivered.
Right, who would you like to quiz next?
Rav, so you were on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Raymond was on. I was the phone a friend.
Oh, you were the phone a friend?
I was the phone a friend, yeah.
Was it the celebrity version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
No, it was just the normal one. This is years ago. Years and years
So this
ago.
was before your television days?
Yeah, I'd never been on telly then.
But also, I think even in the celebrity one, it's the people on the celebrity. Not the people because it's not getting the best out of a celebrity, it's just having them on the phone.
Are you still friends, though? He forgave you, I imagine, for that one almighty upset. You could have changed his life forever.
He'd be able to give up the pet shop.
Yeah.
And indulge his love of birds.
Yeah.
How did he react when this happened?
So it's actually really awkward because I haven't actually seen him since then.
Well, I thought you were friends.
We were.
And you fell out over this?
Yeah.
So-
I've sent a few texts and that was it. This is the closest we've been.
What was the question?
It was, who is the first director to win 2 Best Director Academy Awards? And when they phoned me, it was a 50-50, so there was only 2 left.
And who were
Two
the
options.
Who were the options?
Steven Spielberg and Oliver Stone.
Imagine I'm phoning you, Lee, and they've asked me that question. Lee, it's Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I got to phone a friend. David wasn't in, so this is the question, right? Who was the first director to win 2 Best Director Academy Awards? Now, the choices are, and think about it, Lee, Oliver Stone or Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, sorry, Rob, you said the choices are... It's actually the options are. You only have 1 choice, you have 2 options. Sorry, Rob, have we run out of time?
So what did you say the answer was?
I said Steven Spielberg.
Right.
And I thought that was the correct answer.
And it's not Spielberg.
It's not.
Give us an example of the kinds of messages you sent him afterwards to try and make, you know, mend bridges.
Well, I actually... First of all, I just said I'm so sorry. I thought it was right. Got 2 ticks and nothing more.
How long ago was this?
2001.
2001, you got 2 ticks.
2 ticks.
In 2001, you got 2 ticks.
BBM.
What?
BlackBerry Messenger.
BlackBerry
Just get 2 ticks
Messenger.
if the message was read.
Nice save there. Nice save.
We used to work together and then...
What was he? Was he a policeman?
Yeah, we were at training together.
Did he carry on being a policeman?
Yeah, he went off to uniform.
Does he look like a copper, Lee?
Does he look like a copper? That's a good question. He stood like a copper.
Yeah.
He's got his hands behind his back, and he's wearing a policeman's outfit. Here's the question, Rav. What made him think that you're the man to go to for movies?
So we were at training school together for 18 weeks and we used to do pub quizzes together at the pub around the corner from training school, and I was a bit of a movie buff.
OK.
So was that Hendon, then?
Yes.
Yes. Do you remember the pub?
Yeah.
Definitely was a policeman. That's definite.
No, I'm just talking about the pub so that I can make sure that he remembers the name of the pub, and that would coincide with the rest of his truths, or not.
Rav, my client wants to know, what was the name of the pub in Hendon?
The Cladder Ring.
Oh, yeah, I've had that.
Oh, the
All right, now then, what about David?
OK.
David and the Crow.
Right. What was the Crow doing to you that you would say constituted bullying?
Well, it was flying at me.
Right.
And
was your wife still covering your face in seeds?
No bird food had been applied to me by my wife. I was just
Please just use that in the trailer.
Yeah, I was going... I would leave the house and it would fly towards me, and on a couple of times it sort of slightly hit me in the head.
Do you think it was trying to attack you?
Yes.
Why?
Wow.
Why you?
Because it hated me.
How often did the Crow attack you?
Most days when I left the house, it would attack me.
So we were talking over what period?
Over a period of about a week to 10 days.
How does Raymond come into the story?
Well, he's the Crow. No, he is from the RSPB. He came round to see what was going on.
Did he witness it?
Yes, he saw that. Yeah,
he waited for you
and the
to...
thing he's told me is that crows are very intelligent birds,
right,
and they recognise people.
Oh, they watch telly, do they? these
Exactly.
crows?
So, and it turned out the Crow hated Peep Show. So, and he said, "You've probably done something to sort of threaten or upset it without realising it."
Had you?
Well, the only thing we could think of...
When you tried to shoot that crow?
...is that he said that the crow was nesting in the sort of eaves of the house, and there's a sort of creepery thing getting in the way of a window, and I hacked it back a bit. And he said, well, maybe it was that. And this has enraged the Crow, and so he's going to go for you until he's driven you out of the house.
So what did you do then?
We moved house.
But seriously, because you said it happened over a week to 10 days.
Yeah, what he said is what you need to do is curry favour with the Crow, putting out little treats for it, and it worked.
What treats did you give to the Crow?
Nuts.
Nuts.
But the crow's got to see you doing it. Otherwise, the crow just thinks they've cleverly found their own nuts.
I hope this is true, because that's an image, isn't it? If you go, now I've got you some nuts! Look.
All right, we need an answer. So, Lee's team. Is Raymond Alex's pet shop pal, Rav's fed-up friend, or David's crow consultant?
I mean, why wouldn't a crow want to attack him? You can just imagine leaving in the house, can't you? Goodbye, goodbye. Hello, everybody. Hello, world. Hello, trees.
Hello, world?
Hello, Mr. Crow.
I'm not a children's character.
But you know what? If it's Rav, why on earth would you invite him in a roundabout way to a show that you happen to be on?
Because after he lost £250,000, he'll do anything for 50 quid and a free hotel.
Rav is, you've just gone...
What does that mean?
Body language.
Oh, do you know about body language?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
The liars go like that, or they sometimes go like that.
Do they?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a get tell, isn't it?
What do people who are telling the truth do, Sue?
They just look you in the eye steadfastly.
Yeah.
Right. And really, look at that, you see, and really engaged, or like David's doing, they go...
And occasionally they will drop their trousers.
Yeah. No, they'll...
Unfortunately, as you know, I'm nude from the waist down.
No wonder the Crow King's attacking you. The early bird.
OK, Lee, time to go for a guess.
I think it's feasible that it is David.
You're going for David. Chris, you're going for...
Raymond. No,
Rav.
What are you saying, Lee?
I think it's Rav.
So you're saying it's Rav. Raymond, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Raymond, and Alex came in my pet shop while she was in labour.
Yes, Raymond is Alex's pet shop pal. Thank you very much, Raymond.
Oh, thank you. Raymond was fabulous.
Which brings us to our final round, Quickfire Lies, and we start with... It's Sue.
I never go anywhere without a party blower. True.
Now, a party blower, do you mean one of those things that unfurl?
It goes in the mouth, usually, and then it has a curly end.
Yeah.
And you go, you blow as hard as you can, and it makes a noise.
How long have you been doing this, Sue?
30 years.
30 years.
Because it's a joyful thing. And also, you'd be surprised how many people like a blow and there's nothing there.
How many do you go through in a year?
Probably about over 200.
200?
A year.
200 a year?
Absolutely.
Do you carry anything else unusual around with you?
Well, yes, because I do like tomatoes every day. I like a tomato because whenever you go to a restaurant, you know what it's like. And
They
you say,
never have tomatoes.
No, they don't. It's always just a green salad, and it's so dull.
I think the tomato would get squishy.
No, but you didn't ask me where I keep the tomatoes.
Where do you keep the tomatoes, Sue?
Well, just whenever I can find a spare, thing that I can put it in.
I'd say, having teed up the question, where do you keep the tomato, you then gave quite a disappointing answer. You know what? I believe the party blower, but I don't believe the tomato.
To be fair, that's not part of the card. The card, I
but
think...
by the strict rules of the game, all of the things expressed around a truth must be true.
Well, that's very true. Are you telling the truth about the tomato?
The tomato story is...
Wait! Just asking you if the tomato bit was true. There's no need to press your button yet.
We're just chatting now.
Is the tomato bit true? Yes. Yes, it is.
So you're sticking to your story, the tomato and the party blower.
What are you going to say?
She carries a tomato.
Truth
Is
or
that
lie?
true? Yeah, it is true. It's
I think it is.
Yeah, it's true.
You're going to say true?
We're going true.
OK, Sue, they've said it's true. So, were you telling the truth, or was it all a lie?
I was telling V. It was true.
It's true. Sue never goes anywhere without a party blower. That noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show. I can reveal that Lee's team have no points and David's team have 5 points. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night. To Would I Lie to You, the show that separates fact from fiction. On David Mitchell's team tonight, from Radio 2 to Strictly, it's presenter Richie Anderson. And here we go, it's comedy actor Catherine Parkinson. And on Lee Mack's team tonight, from Line of Duty to Hull Raisers, it's Taj Atwell. And stand-up comic and friend of the show, it's Chris McCausland. We start with round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before, so they've no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction, and Chris is up first.
Right. Read that for us, mate.
Oh, you're so show busy. Read it yourself. I once offended a member of a heavy metal band when I told him his metal wasn't heavy enough.
OK, what was the heavy metal band?
Well...
You can say, well, I don't know the names of any heavy metal bands, so just say anything.
Nor do I.
I'm on the radio, so I might.
All right, OK.
I might.
Error type 11.
Oh, no. We don't play them on Radio 2.
All right.
When was this, Chris?
Oh, this was maybe 20-odd years ago.
Right.
And how did you encounter the band Error Type 11?
I went to watch them.
Right. Because you were already a fan?
No. Yes. I thought I was.
So how had you heard of Error Type 11 in order to go to one of their gigs?
I had the album. I went to a concert and I was expecting them to be really quite heavy and they were quite whiny.
Oh. So, hang on, so you're not talking about literal metal?
It's a genre of music, David.
I know it's a genre of music.
It's a very loud, thrashy metal.
I wondered whether there might have been some sort of play on words within the assertion. But
no. I thought you were joking. That was a genuine question.
A genuine... I thought there might have been some circumstances where... I don't know.
They were carrying some metal.
Yeah.
Maybe. And he had a chance to hold it and then say, I thought your metal was going to be heavier.
Okay, so
what scenario would that happen?
I'm going to tell you.
Go on, then.
Chris is sharing a flat with someone who's in a heavy metal band many years ago.
Right.
And this person has to go and buy some saucepans for the flat. And then the saucepans are of insufficient quality for Chris's needs. And one of the problems, one of the signs of that is unlike, say, a Le Creuset, this is a very light saucepan. It's not heavy enough, and Chris finds that hilarious. The idea that this heavy metal musician has bought stupidly light metal for a domestic context. Now that would be an anecdote. So what happens is you bought the album and were disappointed.
Well, they weren't as heavy as I thought they were going to be, and I mentioned this to one of the band members in the interval.
In the interval? I've not been to many gigs. So there's an interval in which it's possible to mingle with the band.
An interval, and they came off the front of the stage to the bar.
To chat?
To get some drinks.
All right.
Basically, it wasn't the band I thought it was.
So it wasn't Error Type 11?
So the band I saw was Error Type 11.
But the band you'd hoped to see was...
Eyelid.
Eyelid? Okay. And how did you manage to buy tickets to an Error Type 11 concert when what you'd wanted was tickets to an Eyelid concert?
Because I had the CDs in the wrong cases.
So you had been listening repeatedly to Eyelid's music and attributing that music to Error Type 11.
Yeah, and the other way around.
Did they have similar album covers then? Eyelid and what's it called?
Error Type 11.
I mean, I don't know if anyone's mentioned this, but I'm blind, so...
This is a bit awkward because I don't know if anyone's mentioned it, but so's Catherine.
All right, David, what's it going to be?
True?
I think true.
I think it's a lie. All right, well, the thing is, the specifics. If he was making it up, he wouldn't have said that a band member came down during the interval. He would have made up something better. So we're going to go true.
They're saying it's true. Chris, they think it's true. Was it true or was it a lie?
It is true.
It's true. Chris did offend a heavy metaler. Taj, you're next.
I once looked a fool while trying to play it cool by a pool.
Oh.
Rhyming one.
Where are we, Taj?
Soho House.
Soho House, the exclusive private members club for the fancy pants people of the media industry.
Are you a member, Rob?
Yes. And how recent is this?
About a year ago, and I'd only been a member at this point for about 2 days.
Is it an indoor pool or an outdoor pool?
It's an outdoor pool, and I need to put my bathing suit on.
Right.
Somehow.
So you've turned up, but you're wearing normal, non-swimming clothes.
I'm wearing a full-length gingham dress.
OK.
I like the way you sounded the second G. Gingham.
Are you not supposed to pronounce the second
I don't know. There's no right or wrong.
No, because I pronounce a lot of words wrong.
No, not at all. It's not a criticism, it's an observation.
I love it when Rob's trying to be charming and it massively backfires. He always starts with, you know, I love the way it always says, I wasn't having a go at you!
I didn't mean to offend you. All I'm saying is... I thought it was rather charming.
So, what happens next?
I decided to, for some reason, change by the pool.
To look cool?
Not to look cool, just because I didn't really want to walk in front of everyone.
It's odd, isn't it, though, the idea that you can't be stood next to a pool in your knickers, but you can in bathing bottoms, which are exactly the same.
I know you've had trouble with the police over this. Now is not the time to raise that subject again.
Listen, you find me bathing bottoms that you can get them both to stay in, and I will wear them.
You have to choose left or right!
So you decided it would be too embarrassing to walk past the people to go to a
I was just feeling a
changing
bit
room.
self-conscious. I didn't want to get up and walk in front of everyone, so I thought I'll just change by the pool and shimmy my knickers off. And I put them in a plastic bag and I shimmied my bathing suit on underneath.
When I take my pants off, I have to put them in a plastic bag. My wife insists.
In the bag, not the bag, straight into landfill.
Well, David, it's funny you say not the bag, because I didn't knock the bag.
Yeah.
And I look over and think, oh, I recognise that plastic bag, and I recognise those knickers that are now out of the bag and just floating in the pool.
Did they get in the pool?
The wind blew the bag.
Right.
So then I look up and go, my knickers! And I jump up and try to run towards the pool. And in my gusto, I fell headfirst into the pool.
Right.
Legs went over the top
I'll
of
tell you
me.
what, if this isn't true, you've watched a lot of Benny Hill.
And I landed in the pool with my full dress on, and everyone's just laughing at me.
All right, what's it going to be, Catherine?
I know her, so I think it's true.
You think it's true? OK.
I don't know her, but I think she's lying.
So, true lie,
Yeah.
but you know her.
And I love gingham.
Yes.
Gingham.
It doesn't matter.
Gingham.
It's however you want to say
You've
it.
made people so self-conscious. Left to you, people would just be sitting here in awkward silence, like round that horrible swimming pool at Soho House. Frightened of their own shadows. Should it be sunny enough to cast any shadows, which it never is, sitting there in a gale, touching each other, while pants are relentlessly blown into the water. Is that the Britain we've made?
We'll go true.
Taj, was it true or were you telling us a lie?
It was indeed true.
Oh, my goodness, no! It's true. Taj did look like a fool in a pool. Catherine, you're next.
I used to think water polo was played on horses.
Please, team.
Is it not? Because I would think that's true.
Just so you know, Taj, you're saying this out loud.
Is this a common sport that everybody knows about? Because I've never seen it.
Which one?
Water polo.
Water polo is the game where you've got, I don't know, 3 or 4 aside and you're trying to hit the ball.
And where do you go to watch that?
Well, you don't. It's boring.
That's what I mean.
It's in the Olympics and...
It's not like on the level of football, but it's... I mean, I've heard of it. Water polo.
Presumably you've got to be able to ride and swim.
So you thought it was... now I'm dealing with 2 people. So you thought... what did you think? You thought...
I thought the same as Taj. It was a long time ago when I was at university. I lived with some very...
You were an adult?
Just.
What kind of adult... Sorry.
Me?
So you were with the type of people that play water polo and polo?
I knew that they were all really sporty and they all had their sports. And this particular person, I knew he played water polo, and I said one day, you know, are the horses all right with that?
Just describe what you were thinking in your head is the sport.
So, big swimming pool, because it's
you
got to
actually thought
accommodate
it was in a
horses.
swimming pool? not in a lake or a river, an actual swimming pool.
And how deep would it be in relation to the horses?
It'd have to be so deep. I mean, obviously the horses aren't going to be always underwater. They're going to be coming out of the air.
Oh, you think flat lot to this is the horses are underwater?
Yeah.
Taj, you think this is plausible?
I mean, it's just blowing my mind that this doesn't actually exist, if I'm honest with you.
Well, this is so confusing because we're in a situation where we want to say, could anyone really be that stupid? And then I realise that's really rude to you, so I don't know what to say.
No, it's fine, I'll take it.
I think it's... Catherine, I think it's an understandable mistake.
Thank you.
I think she did believe it.
We'll say it's true.
Catherine, they think it's true. Was it true or was it a lie?
It was, in fact, true.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. It's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Charlotte. So, Richie, what is Charlotte to you?
This is Charlotte, and I fired her from my Spice Girls tribute band.
Catherine, how do you know Charlotte?
This is Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. She was responsible for the safe return of my missing goldfish.
Right. And finally, David, your relationship with Charlotte.
This is Charlotte, and she crashed her Lime bike when she saw me take my top off.
So there we have it. Lee, where will you begin?
So, Richie.
Yes.
When you say your Spice Girls tribute act, do you mean you were the manager or you were in the tribute act?
Well, I was a bit of everything. So I was in the tribute act, but I was also manager, choreographer.
Right.
Which
Who were
Spice
you?
Girl?
I'm not going to lie, you don't look like any of them.
Scary Spice.
You were scary.
I was always had to be Scary Spice when I was playing Spice Girls when I was younger.
Am I the only one that's not been in a Spice Girls tribute? Did you wear the full costume and wig and everything?
No, so basically we were just like a tribute band within the school. We were called the Spice Mix.
Oh, this is when you were a kid?
Yeah.
What age would you have been?
11-ish, 11, 12.
Name the other band members. I don't mean the Spice Girls, I mean the friends.
So...
Even I could name the Spice Girls.
David, I don't think you could name the Spice Girls. Do it now.
I think I could.
Go on,
I
then.
might get
some of them wrong.
I don't know all of them, but, you know...
Let's see you try them.
Jerry Halliwell, it was Ginger Spice.
Yes.
Victoria, she wasn't Victoria Beckham initially, but she is now, and she was Posh Spice.
Yes.
Can I do the others later?
No.
Emma Bunton,
Yes.
Baby Spice. She's been on this programme.
That's right,
The others
well
haven't been
remembered.
on this programme.
Who are the others?
Mel's B and C.
Yes, well done.
Did you do any gigs?
We'd perform at break times and we'd have a massive crowd. All the dinner ladies would watch and we'd stand on the step.
That's a good sign, because they've got places to go.
And we'd perform and we'd get the biggest round of applause.
When you say perform, were you singing or miming?
We were singing.
Now, Charlotte's not allowed to make a sound, but you could give us a quick blast.
No. Of what?
What do you think?
Oh, no. What now?
Imagine the dinner ladies are watching.
Should I do the rap from one a bit?
Yes, that would be nice.
We can be the other band members a bit for you.
Yeah. Are you out of your mind? So maybe if you two look like you're just sort of jamming with me.
No, that is off the table.
So, here's the story from A to Z. You want to get with me, you better listen carefully. We've got Emma the person like in your face. We've got G like MC, likes it at easy V, doesn't go for free. She's a real lady, that's for me. Ha ha, you'll see.
I just want to die. That was very good. I remember that, now you do it.
So, you said something about Charlotte leaving.
Well, she was fired.
Fired?
Yeah.
Well, how so?
Well, Charlotte was Ginger Spice. And I'll never forget that day, Rob, when I got home and I heard the news that Jerry Halliwell had left the band. It broke me. I was gutted. And obviously I couldn't get to Jerry. So the next day, I went in and fired Charlotte. But she was our Ginger Spice.
Oh, wow.
I was fuming.
If this is true, you're an awful human being.
How did she take it, Richie?
I think, well, I remember just, like, stomping around the school, like, where is she? and then I saw her in assembly and I was like, you're out. But, you know, that's showbiz.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Richie, if you wanted to apologise to Charlotte, you could do it now. There'll be a permanent record of it.
I'd just like to say that you were a crucial part of that band and I was just being vile and I'm so sorry. Genuinely. And I hope you found happiness.
All right, who would you like to quiz next?
Catherine, remind us again.
This is Charlotte, and she was responsible for the safe return of my missing goldfish.
And when did your goldfish go missing?
Well, I didn't actually realise the goldfish had gone missing. Charlotte and I are on a neighbourhood WhatsApp. She put on the WhatsApp that her cat had brought home a fish in its mouth. We've got a very small pond with 5 fish, and I asked her to send me a photograph of the fish up close.
Was the fish returned back to you alive or dead?
Alive, which was extraordinary.
Well, how long was it out of the water for?
Well, I don't think it would have been very long because...
Was the cat carrying it in a plastic bag like he would at the film?
With a pair of pants in there as well.
Charlotte did return him in a plastic bag.
How far away does she live from you?
Probably about a 2-minute walk.
How big is the pond?
Not very big.
People saying it's a tiny pond. How small?
Or how big? It's the same question, isn't it?
What is size?
If you were to step into the pond, whereabouts in your body would it go up to? As David would say, how deep is it?
It would depend what footwear I was wearing.
Imagine you're barefoot. Yeah. How far up before you get an algae line?
To my sort of breast area.
That's...
Whoa. Your
That's
pond
deep.
is going up to your breast. That's a deep pond. That's a deep pond, Catherine.
I would say probably my waist area.
You answer... Dear. Is it lined?
Is it what? Lined? Yes,
it's
pump. Lined, yes.
You got a pump?
Have I got a pump?
Have you got a pump?
Personally, a pump.
Have you got a pump?
A breast pump.
Not a breast pump. That would be an odd question. If I had a flat tyre and I knocked on your door and said, sorry, have you got a pump? And you went, what, a breast pump? I would go, you're very odd, aren't you?
Is the pond pumped?
Yes, of course it's pumped, but I'm not
It's very excited. It's been talked about on television.
OK, Lee, what about David's claim? David, remind us of your relationship.
This is Charlotte, and she crashed her Lime bike when she saw me take my top off.
Where were you, David?
I was walking along the pavement near my house in London.
Right.
Were you on your own?
I was.
What were you wearing, David?
I might have been wearing shorts.
Short trousers?
In shorts?
Yeah.
And what is covering up that manly chest of yours?
A short-sleeved shirt.
Do you wear T-shirts ever?
Not very often.
Why not?
Because I'm very, very formal.
Are you? Formal from the waist up.
I don't...
But quick but relaxed from the waist down.
From the waist down, I'm positively familiar.
OK. Why did you take your top off?
Because I was being attacked by a wasp.
Of course. But did it go up the shirt?
Yes.
Why didn't you just sort of do that and waft it out?
No, I just... The wasp was just nearby and I thought I would frighten it with my bare torso.
So you took your top off. Now, talk us through Charlotte's...
What did you crash into?
A car.
Oh, a moving car?
No. A very unemotional car. But no, a stationary car.
Talk us through what happened after she's crashed the bike.
Well, by this point, I've got my shirt back on to everyone.
The wasp has gone.
I don't know where the wasp's gone, to be honest. We tried to get the wasp on the show, but it was unable to be contacted. So she's hit the back of a parked car.
Yeah.
And I noticed this happening, and I go over, and I'm very, very nice.
Are you?
Yes, in general, but specifically on this occasion.
Did you swap numbers afterwards, then?
Well, she asked for a photo. And she said, but I then started to take the shirt off. She said, no. She took a photo, and I must say, opportunist that I am, I did think, oh, maybe this is one for the programme, you know?
Oh, I thought that was going to end with opportunist. I said, do you like a Wetherspoon's breakfast?
You see...
Which isn't a euphemism.
All right, we need an answer. So Lee's team.
Wow.
Is Charlotte Richie's snubbed singer, Catherine's fishy friend, or David's stunned cyclist?
So who are we ruling out? Let's rule someone out.
Oh, definitely Catherine.
We'll rule
Catherine out.
I think so.
It's a long time to survive out of water in a cat's mouth. Unless the cat's mouth was very wet.
Now, what about Richie and the spice mix?
The thing about his story, which makes it the most plausible to me, is that he managed to do that rap.
I mean, we could probably all do a bit of Ice Ice Baby, but we weren't Vanilla Ice tribute acts, were we?
That's a very good point. And David...
I don't think David wears shorts.
Hang on.
David,
wait.
You've got a fly in your... It's gone now.
You see, this can happen. Insects, you know.
Take your top off! Weirdly, I think the clapping dinner ladies is the most plausible story.
Yeah.
It's the detail of the clapping dinner ladies.
Yeah.
So
it's Richie.
You're saying it's Richie? OK. Charlotte, would you please reveal your true identity?
Hi, I'm Charlotte, and Richie fired me from his Spice Girls tribute band.
Yes, Charlotte is Richie's snubbed singer. Thank you very much, Charlotte. Which brings us to our final round, Quickfire Lies, and we start with... It's Lee.
Once, whilst house-sitting for my friend on his farm, I had to leap out of bed in the middle of the night and deliver a litter of piglets.
David's team.
It's sweet, isn't it? It's a sweet story.
Yeah, it's a lovely story.
It is.
House sitting for a friend of yours on a farm.
Yeah, and he woke me up in the middle of the night and said...
I thought you were house sitting.
What?
Yeah, good point.
If you're house sitting, he won't be there.
No. I was house sitting, but he'd been called in the night, and I wasn't answering the phone.
Sorry, just going back a bit.
Yeah.
Right, whose house are you house sitting in?
I was house sitting for a friend.
And this house is a farm?
It's a farm, and someone else lives on the farm.
Right.
And he couldn't... He phoned me...
But why is he trying to get through to you?
Because he's heard that the piglets are going to give birth.
The piglets are going to give birth?
The pigs.
Did the pig ring him? That guy you've got up at the house isn't picking up. Can you try ringing him?
I've never said this in 18 years, but I will say it. Can I start again? The truth is, I'm on a farm. I'm house-sitting for my friend on the farm.
Who's a farmer?
He's a farmer, yes.
Where is he, by the way?
He's gone on holiday.
He's on holiday?
Yes.
Right, what happens next?
I don't know, he sits by the pool, he has a drink.
How'd you get to the situation where you deliver the pig?
So, I'm in the house, and there's a guy who's just nothing to do with the farm whatsoever. He's just renting a small bungalow at the end of the farm.
Right.
Now, I am asleep, right?
Yeah.
And the pig has gone into labour.
Yeah.
And the guy who rents the bungalow
Yeah.
has heard a noise. And he rings the man, doesn't he? The farmer.
Right.
And he says, right, I'll ring my mate who's house-sitting, see if he can deal with it.
Right.
But he can't get through to me.
Why?
Because my phone has not got any battery.
Why can't the guy in the bungalow deal with it?
Because he hasn't got a charger.
So when was this?
I would say I was about 23.
So that's about 40 years ago.
No, it was 2023. When they had mobile phones.
So it wasn't 40 years ago, it was just recently.
He's peeked through the sky and he's seen the sow. I know all the words. I've seen Charlotte's Web.
Right.
He sees one bit of a piglet coming out.
So then bungalow guy has to go up to the farmhouse and ring on the doorbell.
Correct. He says, I think the sow is giving birth. Either that or one of the smaller pigs is playing hide and seek.
So what happened?
Well, the pig was in distress. Not distress, in his own dress. The pig was in distress.
Okay.
And...
Rubber gloves?
I don't know what his name was. And...
Her name.
Her, yes.
Very important point here.
So immediately I go in, and by this point, two of them are already out. And there's another one trying to get out. and that's where I step in.
Did you pull it?
I didn't get off with it, if that's what you want.
Did you pull the tail?
I did. Pulled the little... no, not the tail. I pulled him by his little trotters.
Oh, like that?
I just did that. Slowly coasting out the trotters there. Slowly.
Are you pulling or are you milking the sow?
And slowly, because the first rule of getting a piglet out of a sow is you don't do that, do you? No, because he might be holding on to the other one like that. You've got them all coming out at once and you can't deal with that. It's too much stress. You know, I mean, I was frazzled, which is not the right word to use. And I was pulling, and out. That one comes out. So I've got this one out, so immediately put it onto my breast. I did not lactate or breastfeed the piglet.
Once it was all done and dusted, how many piglets?
There was 14. 14 piglets.
14 piglets.
Yeah.
Did they name any of the piglets after you or anything? Because that's amazing what you did.
Thank you very much.
Did you get a plaque or anything?
Do you know what, genuinely? Gave me a pig. Gave me one of the pigs.
What have you called it?
I can't remember now because I didn't keep it very long, I'm afraid.
Oh.
I was... there's only one word I can think of. Peckish.
So, Richie, what are you thinking?
I can't get on board with it. I think there might be some inaccuracies. I think it's a lie.
Catherine?
Well, I mean, obviously it's a lie, but it was really... I was really there with you, though.
Yeah.
You did.
That's funny, because I wasn't.
Let's go for a guess.
Our guess is that it's a lie.
They're guessing it's a lie. Lee, was it a lie, or was that actually true?
It was, in fact, a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. He wasn't a pig's midwife. That noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that David's team has won by 3 points to 2. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.